remember a thing.
Come back and remind me. Something you once knew.
You don't remember.
You can't remember anything?
No.
Did you forget?
This world is not real.
We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
The radio have brought us closer together.
Reaching millions throughout the world. To those who can hear me, I say.
What?
Forget about it.
Don't you remember?
Got it memorized.
What is wrong with you? I can't remember this
You
shit.
don't remember. Why am I not surprised?
Don't take it personally. I don't remember what I had for breakfast.
Gluten-free waffles, sir.
That's right.
I don't remember a goddamn thing.
The body cannot live without it. Why do I always forget my words when I speak?
Drop down.
Remember the time.
None of us could remember anything.
Remember.
Remember.
Write it down.
Remember this day.
Keep it in mind. Come on, write this down. Write it down. Come on, concentrate.
Hey there. Welcome to our podcast.
Yes.
He's BJ, I'm Gene,
Yes.
and this is the show. Won't remember a thing.
And what year is it, my good friend?
It is year 2021,
And the date is?
January 3rd. And we are stuck in a time capsule today, here on the show of Won't Remember a Thing, with BJ and Gene.
Couldn't make that any more awkward.
You know, it's a new year, so I'm trying new things.
True. And you know how high and stupid I was? I had this fucking thing backwards. We can leave that in there. I want
Well,
them
that's
to know
okay, because
it picked up somehow.
you won't even remember that happened.
Oh, I will now.
What are you bringing into this new year? What do you got over there?
I had a couple things. Now, one of them we'll do a little bit later, and we'll probably get to one of your things first before we get to this, because I feel like it will entice a good portion of the show. But it's what I like to call Won't Remember a Thing, the garbage version. Let's put it that way. It's the Are You Garbage version of this podcast. If you people don't know what that is, it is a podcast out there called Are You Garbage, done by Kevin Ryan and Hank Foley, who are two comedians right now in New York, but are previously from Philadelphia. What the premise of it is, it's just questions that are asked of, like, it's not that you're saying, well, it is saying you're trash, but it's like seeing how many tendencies of trashiness do you have, or
how much of
classy.
you being trash is your fault?
Yes.
Is what I get from the
and
show.
how many things are you actually classy? Because it goes both ways.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
It's like, depending on your answer, it's like, oh, that's a classy answer or a garbage answer. You need to go watch it, because some of the comedians that they have on there, and they've had like Tony Hinchcliffe, they've had a lot of big comedians on that show. So it's a pretty up and coming podcast. It's fucking hilarious. I promise. Some of the things I've heard on that podcast have really made me sit and think of, like, how garbage am I?
Yeah, that's the beauty of the show. That's why
it's amazing.
It's such it's a good game. Like, it's not even like, it doesn't matter who's on the show. I could watch that with anyone. It's such a fun game.
And if you answer yes to any of this, it is not meant to hurt your feelings. It's just literally acknowledging, so people have trash, have
trashy tendencies.
trash. They have trash tendencies.
Trash.
You got to really put the fucking New York Philly accent on it. It's trash. It's trash.
Trash.
Other than that, I really just want to go back and look back at some of the crazy shit that happened over 2020. Because even though this year, I mean, either way, it could have felt long or really short. I think it went both ways.
We did a number of that during 2020. So.
We did. It doesn't hurt to go back and just do a little, just a slight little highlight of, what has occurred. I mean,
let's conclude the year. Yeah.
I mean, do you remember this? I believe this happened at the beginning of the year, but Australia was literally on fucking fire.
Some flames down under.
Dude, it was bad. And I mean, granted, I even have the picture right here of a volunteer carrying a koala bear, which I'm sure looks like he burned his paws because he wouldn't get off the tree. Literally, those things were dying on trees because they would not leave the tree. they were burning alive on the trees. So the volunteers literally had to go and pull them off the trees because, that's where the eucalyptus leaves are. So they're not getting off the tree for that reason. That and among other wildlife, not just that.
Sure.
But, my fucking God. Or how about this? Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, they quit the royal family and they moved to Canada.
Yep, I remember
Their
that.
mortal enemy.
I remember that.
Their mortal fucking enemy. It's like, what is the biggest fuck you we could do to the royal family? Oh yeah, let's move to the French-Canadian country over there by the United States, which they also lost, by the way.
Canada's like Switzerland.
A little bit. It's very neutral.
Yeah.
Very neutral.
Safe ground.
It likes to stay in the middle. Doesn't really like to push anybody's buttons all that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to be going around and knocking people's milk over on their desk. You know what I mean?
Confrontation? No.
No.
Not here. Not in Canada.
Behind your back? For sure. Oh, yeah. They're going to be
For
talking
sure,
a little bit
eh?
of shit.
For sure.
For sure, eh? Oh, this one I loved this. But Parasite, the anime show that I turned into a movie and got showed all across America, swept the Oscars. How many awards did it win, may you ask? It landed Perfect Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, and Best International Feature Film.
That wasn't based off the anime, though. They made a live-action Parasite. You just reminded me of that. I totally forgot about that, but you did. But that's not the one that won all those Oscars. Parasite is a great fucking film, though, and if you haven't seen
What is it based off of that? Because I am very confused.
It's not based off of anything.
No, I mean, like, what is the premise of the movie?
Well, the premise is actually kind of a surprise, but essentially, I mean, for those who wanted to see it, they would have seen it. So anyway, you don't care. You didn't know about it.
No, I don't give a fuck.
So what you find out, because you start out with this family of, I believe it's in Korea. I believe it's a Korean family, and it's foreign, so it's all in Korean, and you start with this really poor family, and they basically live in I believe they call them basement apartments out there or something like that. It's something along those lines.
It's always weird,
they're
like,
literally like
stacked on top of each other.
They're literally underneath the ground. Oh. So they're low class, literally. And you get a feel for their living situation for a little bit. Then one of them gets a job through a friend to tutor some chick, who has a rich
random bitch over there.
Some chick who has a rich family.
Okay.
He basically finds out that like this family's like easy, this job's easy.
Yeah.
And then he manages to get each member of his family a job over a span of some time.
So that's why
it's called Parasite. They eat this family from the inside, and
they destroy them.
But it's fucking. It's the reason why it won all those Oscars is because it captures many different genres. I almost said it's fucking hilarious, but I thought about there's horror elements.
It touches everything.
It's everything.
And I was gonna say it marked the first time a non-English language movie won Best Picture.
Yep. Yeah.
Ever.
Usually they win Best Foreign Film, but yeah, this one it's that good. It's that fucking good.
He won 1, 2, 3, 4.
It swept
5,
the
6.
Oscars.
5. He won 6 Oscars in one go.
Yeah, it swept it. I wasn't surprised, but
God damn.
I wouldn't have given it Best Picture, but it deserves it. I mean, it's really that good.
You know what? I would have given it that than like some. And don't
No,
get
there
me
was
wrong.
something else. I think I wanted 1917. I don't know what year this was.
Oh yeah.
But,
I actually have never seen that film, but I need to because I heard it was really fucking good. Obviously, most depiction of war movies are usually pretty fucking good in my opinion. And isn't it weird that those kind of movies capture our imagination a hell of a lot more than like modern stuff does? I mean, let's put it in perspective here. Those weren't necessarily the best wars, really, to recount. You know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of death, a lot of fuckery. I mean, that goes with any war.
But New Age war films do a great job of really showing just how
fucked it was,
harrowing and like vague and distant of a memory. Yet, like you still feel the repercussions from it. You're still living the repercussions of it. But it's just like you look at it and you're just like, you can't relate. You're just like, how was it this bad?
I mean, put this in perspective. World War I is pretty much old. I mean, it is over 100 years old already.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
World War II is coming up on that.
Yep.
Soon enough, which is crazy.
But that's the thing is like, yeah, it's only 100 years ago, and it's like, therefore, I'm still living off of, you know, the ripples of all that war and all that bloodshed. I mean, it's still like what life is right now is a bunch of governments still trying to figure out how to work together after shit like that, you know?
How many people are left from the World War II war? I would feel like they're all pretty much dead.
They're
at this
all
point.
pretty much wiped out, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
there's like
nothing
maybe
against them, but like, you know,
there's
they've got to almost all be dead at this point.
yeah, I
right?
think we could count them on 2 hands.
I would fairly sure we can count them on 2 hands.
But I meant like still like as far as like, you know, warfare goes and,
Yeah.
and tactics and such.
Oh no, yeah, World War II is still considered, besides probably Vietnam, to be one of the worst wars we've ever fucking had. Obviously, because it's a world war. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you can't really top a world war unless you can almost completely obliterate a country, which we've almost done a couple times. It got away with it too, which is, you know.
But I wanted 1917 to win because of like just the filmmaking aspect of it. Like most of it
and I like
is done in one shot.
Yeah, and I did see that, like when the preview when he's like running and you see all the fucking like missile or the mortars coming down. And all
I'm
that
so
shit.
mad they put that in there because that's like a big moment in the film. That's like towards the end, but I get it. I get it at the same time. It's such a great image. But that's how
it
that
doesn't
movie
really give
is.
much away. You know what I mean?
No, it doesn't. But I'm saying like
it's a big point. In the
he's
movie.
literally in the battle at
Right,
that
yeah.
point, you know, whereas everything else before that, it's mostly stealthy shit, you know, but it's still intense because of that whole one shot thing. It's literally the best, maybe the best war film because of that, because it literally just takes you in real time, moment by moment, a day in the life.
Right. You know what? I feel like they should do a lot more. I'm sure they have, and maybe I'm just naive to movies like this. Why haven't they done more like Secret Service, like, and I mean like real secret, like a government shit? I know the men that stare at goats and shit like that, you know, stuff like that.
No,
obviously.
I always took it as like because you know it's classified.
I mean, everything's
If it wasn't
classified to a certain point.
Sure, that's how you're able to get the very few actually based on real, whereas you know you're not going to hear about less than half of the shit that's really going on, you know, because especially not through film. You know,
unless you have Tom Cruise. I am not shutting down this movie. We are giving people jobs and paid for college.
Dude, did you hear how he got the fucking okay to shoot his movie in space?
No, in space or Spain?
In space.
How the hell is he gonna do that?
Easy. He was like, I'm shooting a movie in space. Is it understood? I told you, and now I want it.
Oh, dude, you know how much that blew up everywhere?
Man's been like 30 years in the game.
He's a little crazy.
He's tired.
He's a little wound tight.
He's a little cranky.
He's a little too wound tight.
Yeah.
He's that rubber band that's like really old, but
producers. I'm sorry, but yeah,
like,
dude. No, but that space thing. I just wanted you to know I wasn't kidding. He literally got an okay.
Is he like
got the
go
document signed saying he is allowed to shoot this movie in space? I don't know how much of a crew he's taking up there, but that was, you know, of course, one of the big
whole money,
the big things he had to pitch. You know, like, hey, I'm about to take all these lives, all these, you know, but
you know how much money that's gonna cost him? He's gonna go broke just doing one film.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it really depends. Like, if it's like a gravity situation where it's just him,
or is he just gonna go slightly above the Earth's atmosphere, just be like right there, and not be like too far out?
Yeah, I swear, there's not going to be any other cast members in that movie. If they are, they're all going to be on
Tom
Earth.
Cruise on a ship.
It's just going to be Tom Cruise.
It's just Tom Cruise.
Because that would be the most expensive movie ever made.
It's literally
just going to be Tom Cruise sleeping in a fucking bay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say they're just gonna leave Tom Cruise up in like a space station, and they just have cameras around, and there's like a day in the life of Tom Cruise in space, and you just get to see what he does all fucking day, and you slowly see the gradually of him just getting more and more insane, going more and more crazy.
Right. Then something goes wrong, and then it grows into him being on Mars, and it turns into The Martian.
Yeah. That's how we got there.
He drifts away in space, and it's on Mars.
And then he met Matt Damon.
Somehow doesn't die. Yeah, and then
Then he meets Matt Damon, and then they, you know, become best friends, and then, you know, they rule Mars together. His pals.
Well, what's next on the list? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. The Harvey Weinstein verdict. Good. Fuck that guy.
That was 2020. Oh, the verdict.
The verdict.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think he's.
Sorry.
I don't think he's gone in jail yet, has he? I don't think.
No, he's
so.
in jail.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Good.
Oh yeah. He's
Fuck
getting
that guy.
picked on
Good.
in prison. Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck Harvey Weinstein. Stock market crash in 2020. That's obvious. Black Lives Matter protests. We all know that. And I'm not trying to like skim over these because these are important things. It's just we've already talked about it.
Yeah.
And it's not
This
like
stuff everyone knows.
we're not gonna fucking beat a dead horse.
No.
Kim Jong-un's death rumors. That one was fucking fun.
It actually kind of feels oddly cathartic, though. Like, it feels like it. I don't know. It feels nice to hear you say all these things, and for me to go like, "Oh, that was last year." Okay.
You're right.
Oh.
That it's only been a couple days, and everybody's just like, "Oh my god, that year's finally fucking done."
Yeah.
The year's done. All that bad shit that
It's
happened
just
then.
funny. Just hearing you list off these things, it just sounds like it just really feels like I'm turning a leaf right now.
You know, I love in this picture with Kim Jong-un when he's like cutting a ribbon of whatever place that is just for him. It's just his two generals and what I assume is to be his wife or his sister or I don't know who the fuck, and there's no audience. Love North Korea.
Can you tell what the ribbon's for?
No, because all the picture says is Kim Jong-un cuts a ribbon in May.
Okay.
So, could not tell you what it's fucking for, but I assume it's for some giant, like I said, some giant building that's only meant for really him.
Yeah.
And everybody has to go there, kneel at him, and pray at it at 5 o'clock sharp. A.M. Not P.M., A.M. Ghislaine Maxwell gets arrested and is still in prison, waiting trial, and trying to get out for well, I hope she didn't get out for fucking Christmas.
Pretty sure we would have heard.
Right, with her unbeknownst husband with all this fucking money that she can't fucking even put a name to because nobody knows who her fucking husband is. It's not odd at all. The murder hornets arrive in the U.S. Now that was a big deal for like all of a week, and then everybody's like, "You guys got to remember, it's only in one part of the country here."
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean, it's not spreading all the way across the country yet, and hopefully it doesn't.
People were under the impression that they were just gonna fucking just multiply and keep.
That's very possible that still could happen.
Yeah, over time, yeah. But people
yeah.
thought it was gonna be a much,
No, it's not going to happen like that right a fucking way. You know
yeah,
what I
they
mean?
thought it was gonna be a much more accelerated rate of time.
Chadwick Boseman dies, that sucked. West Coast wildfires, which is still happening because they had a fucking second wave, I'm pretty sure, which is going on right now, I think. Or is that done?
I'm pretty sure it's done, but it seems like it's ongoing.
Right? And like it seems like it just keeps sparking back up.
Keeps
and keep
sparking
going.
up.
Goddamn fucking gender reveal parties, you fucks. God damn it. You can't just not shoot off a fucking pink or blue firework. You just have to do it. You just have to. It's just like, why? That's how the forest fires got started in the first place. It's because of that.
That's why I liked the ones that
I think it was the second time, but either way.
I like the ones that like use the diaper and like if it's a boy they put a big fat dildo on him.
I've never seen that, but that's hilarious. And what, it's just big giant vagina lips if it's a girl?
I don't know. I only saw one when it was a boy, so I'd imagine if it's a girl, they just wouldn't have the big
They just leave
dick
it
on
plain. They just leave it bare. Okay, Ruth Bader Ginsburg dies, which that also did suck too. She was just very fair as like in a Supreme Court and all that shit. She was very. She was one of the very few examples of she wanted to make shit right in her position. If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not one of those where, oh, well, she's going and doing cocaine when she's not doing trials and shit, or she's fucking some prostitutes, or, you know, some weird shit like that, or she's embezzling money, or whatever the fuck. She's a nice lady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Donald Trump tested positive for COVID-19. No, you know what? Fuck that. It was coronavirus. Fuck this COVID-19 shit. It's coronavirus. We go OG. It's
Call you by your government name.
But this fat, unhealthy, Adderall-taking fucking drug-ass fuck literally got the coronavirus and was fine within a week. This is where I'm just like, is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? Because this dude is not the picture of health. You know what I mean? Like, yes, he's old. I understand that. But for God's sake, this man is up at 3 a.m. making posts on Twitter. He has to be on some kind of drug being up that fucking early. Or late. Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and the constant...
I am not doing cocaine. I do crack. It keeps me up all night. Really helps me focus.
Of course.
When I conquer the Twitter trolls with all their trolling, I'm still building the wall, damn it.
Can't stop the trolling.
Can't stop, won't stop. See, I think that's one of the only things I'm going to be really sad is when he's gone, is that the Donald Trump impressions are going to go away. And it's like, damn it!
Oh, man.
I don't know what it was, but I never realized how funny...
You say that like this is the last we'll hear of Trump.
No, it's not like that, but like presidential Trump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to get made fun of like every
But
president
now we
does.
can put down presidential Trump and put up sore loser Trump. It's going to be fun.
He's running in 2024 again, or 20, or whatever, I guess. He's going to run again, apparently. He's going to try.
Yeah, he's going to try.
Nah, it's not going to happen.
But as of right now, he's a sore loser.
Eddie Van Halen dies.
Yeah.
Damn it. All you fucking young whippersnappers out there, if you don't know who Eddie Van Halen is, you better go look him up. Yeah, we know Joe Biden became president. Alex Trebek died, which literally we talked about, literally past 2 episodes. COVID-19 vaccination rolls out, blah, 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 herp and derp. All right. Now, here's one thing I didn't want to talk about, because this did bring something back, and it kind of shows that nothing is truly ever dead. But drive-in movie theaters came back and started becoming a thing more. Not necessarily, well, I mean, yes, for movies too, and for like movies premieres and stuff like that. There was like movie festivals and shit that were going on.
Yeah.
But I think the best example of somebody who was like, okay, I'm going to take advantage of this coronavirus stuff and I'm still going to be able to tour. Bert Kreischer. Literally is the only comic that literally had a tour this year and did it consistently and sold out every single event he did. The dude is unhealthy as shit. Did you know that he had not been drinking water for the past he hadn't been hydrating himself for the past 40 years?
Oh, fuck.
And literally now he drinks canned water all day. Like, he drinks it like it's fucking beer. And he's like, my joint pain is gone, my blood pressure's gone down. It's like, really? Wouldn't have guessed. You think?
Oh, fuck.
And he's so genuine about it, too. He's just, watch Two Bears, One Cave, because that's, like, really where it's super apparent. He literally has cans of this shit on the thing, and he just cracks one open and downs it in one go. Just is drinking the shit out of this stuff all day, but it's water.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
he's like, it's the only way I can drink water because it reminds me of drinking beer,
Yep.
and it helps me drink it better. I
Yep.
was like,
That's how you know you had a drinking problem, man. I was like that at one point.
really? I mean, Bert
I had to
definitely
drink
has a
water like
drinking
that
problem.
at one point. Yeah. I can speak from experience. That's definitely a drinking problem.
I mean, he doesn't not acknowledge it. He's like, oh yeah. I drink. Oh yeah, I can fucking drink.
Yeah, he's in recovery. First step in recovery is acknowledging you have a problem.
Speaking of recovery, Tom Segura, I hope he's doing much better now with his fucking injury. If anybody hasn't seen the video yet, Tom Segura literally broke the fuck out of his arm. You know, let's say you have your arm out, you know, and how you can bend it back this way. Well, it was literally bent all the way back. And according to Bert, and you see it in the thing, Bert looks at it and is like, oh, that's not right, and put it back into
right
place. And according to Dr. Drew, on a podcast they did, Bert may have helped or may have saved Tom's arm from nerve damage.
Yep.
But at the same time, could have given him really bad nerve damage if he had fucked up. If he had done it too much.
Yeah, I remember my mother dislocated her pinky because of an altercation she got in.
Yeah.
And, I popped that shit back in place, dude. And I was just like, I had to step in the bathroom for a second and collect myself because I was like, if I fuck this up, I'll make it worse. Found that inner peace. And then I went out there, looked her in the eye.
Do it!
And then I just pulled the 1-2 on her. You know, I told her I'm going on 3, but I did the 1-2 on her ass and popped that shit back in place. But man, if you could have seen how far her pinky was out, like there was a reason why I needed to go collect myself because it was like she was touching herself with her pinky. Anyway.
Where at?
Phrasing.
Let's see here. This is another thing I wanted to talk about. And this is something I didn't know of until just recently, but everybody knows, you know, we've talked about the famous Comedy Store in LA. Most people don't know the backstory behind the Comedy Store. The Comedy Store was actually a gangster hideout for the longest time, in all the way up until 30s to the 50s, or even to like 20s to the 50s.
Yeah.
It was literally ran by the mob, by Mickey Cohen, the mobster that really ran the brothel and the Comedy Store as a whole, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
You know, and it was from the 1920s to the 40s to the 50s. I guess there was like a little
What
time
a
in
great
between.
run.
Dude, seriously, like, Jesus.
But hey, that's how easy it was back then. Wasn't as many cops on the force.
And people were like, oh, well, what happened there? Well, they had a lot of gambling and shit. They killed a lot of people. If they had debts, if they tried to like get with waitresses, if they caused any trouble, a lot of people died at this fucking place. Almost any place that you find that's old, the basement's always the scariest place. Well, this place is no fucking exception. What did they do in the basement, you may ask? In the basement, there was also an abortion clinic set up for showgirls, prostitutes, girlfriends of the mobsters to get rid of pretty much their pregnancies. They're just abortions to get rid of the kids that they had, gotten pregnant with. These women these women did not have a choice. I'm sure there was no choice in the matter at all. The mob also had a nurse of questionable skill who was on Mickey's payroll, who literally performed these abortions in the basement. And the only reason why she stopped was because one woman died from her abortion, and the nurse was publicly humiliated and probably killed by the dead woman's boyfriend. Actually, it's pretty well known that she was killed by the mob in that basement. Just a plethora of just shit has happened at the Comedy Store. Just multiple upon multiple things. I mean, for God's sakes, like, even after when the mob left and Mitzi Shore and her husband took over the Comedy Store, and I think it was the 1972, because their first opening for some male comedians was April 10th, 1972. That was the first day that the quote-unquote Comedy Store came to be. I mean, even after that, the amount of just suicides, and just one of the famous ones that happened is Steve Lubitkin, and I could be fucking butchering that name, and I'm pretty sure I am. But afterwards, he wasn't really allowed to perform at the comedy club after the strike happened, obviously because, of the strike or whatever.
Yeah, obvious reasons.
So, pushed him over the limit, and he jumped off the 14th floor of the Continental Hyatt House, which is it's the hotel right next to the Comedy Store, and he literally jumped off and killed himself right in the Comedy Store parking lot.
Yet another
check mark of fucked up shit that's happened at the Comedy Store, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, there's a lot of accounts from the Comedy Store of actual people working there who have seen this shit, so like doormen, security guys, managers, all that stuff. So this isn't just like, and it is comedians too, but it's people on a consistent basis who have literally seen this stuff happen. So, walking up one night, the doorman and the security man and comedian Blake Clark saw a chair on stage in the main room for 20 feet effortlessly move by itself. Staring at it, mind you. So it's not like anybody's in the room and somebody pushed it across the stage and they can see it. No, this thing just happens to go all the way across the stage by itself. For no fucking reason whatsoever. Not good enough for you? Well, how about this? Waitresses have set up tables before a performance, and when they leave for a moment, they come back and everything is off the tables, neatly folded up and stacked by itself. And here's another one. As comedians Joey, I want to say Gaynor, I'm pretty sure that's how you say the guy's name, Joey Gaynor and Blake Clark were closing the main room one night. They walked out for a moment, of course. They came back, 10 chairs are stacked on top of each other in the middle of the room. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that place needs a cleanse.
Dude, something, man. Like,
there's been a lot of tortured souls on that land right there.
Dude, seriously. I mean, there's a story of the enforcer for Mickey Cohen. His name was Gus. Where it was like, if you had to go see Gus, it was pretty much, you're going to get killed. It was like, you don't want to see him. And like, even if you go up, it's now the manager's office at the Comedy Store, but you go up and there's an actual hole right where the manager's room is. That's where Gus would put his gun if he didn't like somebody, or if he just wanted somebody to die, if he could hear them coming up, and just shoot them. And it's still there, too. To this day, it's still there. And you know, everybody gives the show Ghost Adventures shit. Jeff Ross was on an episode of Ghost Adventures not too long ago. He seemed pretty fucking terrified, and I'm actually going to pull this up and show Gene what I'm talking about here, because he starts talking about a comedian by the name of Brody Stevens, and if anybody doesn't know, Brody Stevens killed himself in 2019, but was a frequent comedian at the Comedy Store, and everybody, at least at the Comedy Store wise, and at least on the, maybe not the bigger comedy scene, but maybe just the comedy scene as it is, they knew who he was. Everybody loved him and said, you know, only had nothing but good things to say about him. Just tragic that he died. Alright. I had to literally just go and find the whole fucking episode, and we fucking pulled it up here. So it may not be exactly where it's at, so we have to watch it a little bit. But when he starts talking about Brody Stevens, watch the stage.
Look at me! Look at me! Sometimes negative energy. You know, one of our favorite comedians in the world, rest his soul, Brody Stevens, passed away, and a memorial for him here. And did you see that? Yeah, that was weird. What happened? I've never seen that before. His name? Brody, he killed himself. What? Don't with me. We're doing. This ain't our place. Everyone is a bit on edge right now. As Jeff mentions Brody, you can easily see the stage lights unexplainably go on and off. Something Jeff has never seen happen here. We don't have access to the audio-visual booth right now, so Aaron immediately locates and talks with Richie, the manager at the Comedy Store. The guy can turn the power off on the during part of the TV. Yeah, okay. If that goes off, it won't go back on, right? Mentions Brody's name. Brody, he killed himself. What? The whole thing was red real quick. It seems
Just the craziest shit.
that Jeff has a really good idea of what may have caused this strange electrical behavior. I think your honey is with the electricity.
So that was the event, you know, that was the episode. But
Yeah.
That's fucking creepy.
Yeah, I would have been sitting there like just doubtful as too. Like I'd be like, no, you guys fucking did something. Fuck you. Like fuck you guys.
But even them were like,
yeah. So it just could have been somebody in the back in the room flicking the switch. But I don't know. The fact that it was just that one, I don't know. I couldn't tell by the shot, but it looked like it was just that one side. So if it was really just that one side, then yeah.
No, it was the whole. It was the whole thing. Like at least the.
Oh, there was like some chairs or something covering, so it didn't look like it really fully lit up.
But it was that like the front of the stage is just the rim.
Yeah, just the bottom rim. Yeah,
that all lit up.
Okay, I thought it was just that corner of it.
No, it was the whole stage that lit up right there, and apparently that's not supposed to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's just a light switch away. But if it was just the corner, I'd be more of a believer. But the fact that it was the whole thing, it could have been someone flipping a switch. So I'm just saying I can understand him being like, dude, did you guys fucking do that shit?
Yeah,
like fuck you guys.
As you can see, he's like, hey, I don't want to be fucked around here, right? I'm already freaking myself out. Like, go fuck yourself. But even still, like, let's say they did, the amount of shit that's happened at that one place as a whole. Still wouldn't surprise me if that shit's haunted by itself anyways, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, just the fact that illegal abortions happened in the basement, something evil has to be at that place. A place for laughs.
Yeah.
And a place of fear. That's the new catchphrase you should have for the Comedy Store.
It's a place of torment and levity.
Yes, a place of torment and laughs.
Speaking of which, if you hear this sound, people, if you hear this sound, that means that we got a visual reference of what we're talking about put up on the screen for you, which you probably heard for the video that was just on. I don't know, because of the slight delay when he when he says it the second time.
Yeah.
And they point out to him, it's your name. Your name is what triggered. It just seems like they're setting him up. But I don't know. I wasn't there. You know, I'm sure if I was there and I could feel the air of the room, be one thing. But through editing, you know, like they have to edit the show. Obviously, they have to edit all the footage they've shot. But the editing doesn't help. Is all I'm saying. The timing of everything, it just feels a little off. It feels a little phony. But I don't know. Who knows what it was in reality? Who knows how long that moment really was? But when he said the name the second time and the slight lag with the light afterwards, it just seemed like someone was like, oh shit, waiting for him to say the name, and was like, oh shit, and then flipped the switch. Just could have possibly. The way that it, I just feel like, I don't know, if it was like a spirit, I feel like a spirit would be so in tune with everyone already, so the spirit would know what he was going to say before. The spirit would hear his inner voice before he uses his outer voice, you know? So I just see it as like, if that was really the spirit doing that second time, it looked a little fishy to me. The spirit would have been a little bit more on point. That looked like somebody rushing to a switch and trying to be just at the right time, but it wasn't. I don't know, but again, it could have been editing in the timing, the way the cuts go together. I don't know.
I just go by the accounts of just the doorman and everything else. The fact that stuff has happened there outside of that show.
But yeah, that's
you know
another
what I mean?
thing. It's like, it could have been any of it. I'm just saying, who's to say it was who he was talking about? If it was a spirit, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
They've said there's more
his
than
buddy.
just one there. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
There's multiple.
There's so many, yeah. So I'm not saying I don't believe.
Yeah.
I'm not fully
I can
skeptical.
see where that's a little
I'm
fishy.
just seeing the other side of it. I'm like, okay, I could see how someone would look at this and be like, it's fake. To be honest, I can't tell you if like I said, I would have had to have been there. But I know that Ross was definitely in his feelings, and and it definitely did something to him inside.
Right. Well, that's really all I had until
the
next part. So
I figured you're bringing a game, you know. So I thought, why don't I bring a game?
Okay.
And this game, you know, you literally just seen me build just now on the spot. Like, I literally just thought of this as we were setting shit up. So please excuse me if it's not the most organized thing. Like I said, you've been seeing me organize it this whole time. But, you know, anyway, we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with what I got so far.
All right. And
we're gonna have fun. All right. So the rule of the game is a real simple game. Got no name for it yet, obviously. We just came up with it. But it's just as simple as I'm going to give you a name, and...
Is this like 20 questions?
No, just hear me out. It's real simple.
All right.
I'm going to give you a name, and then you have to tell me whether it's a superhero,
okay,
a wrestler,
okay,
a porn star, or a rap artist. All right?
All right.
Sound good?
Okay. All right.
So, we're going to start with, and some of these I have picks for if you want like proof. I don't know.
Okay.
All right. And some of these are going to be stuff that you know. I mean, I don't want to make the game too difficult for you.
I was going to say, if you're going to go deep into pro wrestling, I think I may have you beat.
No. And there's some that because of them being so easy and so self-explanatory, it's just because of how I thought it'd be funny how like it could be taken like in different entendres, like it could still fit like
a different
vice versa. Anyway, so
like
let's
like
get
a
into
double
it.
Meaning for bat kind of thing,
Right.
Like
Let's get into it so we can get to your stuff. All right. So to start this, ladies first. My lady, her name is Gingivitis.
That's definitely a superhero.
Gingivitis is a porn star.
Or I was thinking that too. I'm guessing she does a lot of blowjobs. I'm taking it, right?
I mean, here's a pic of her.
Okay. All right. Well, shit. Sounded like a superhero to me. I have gingivitis. We put holes in teeth. Sorry.
Who's that star? That's what we'll do instead of who's that Pokemon. Do who's that star?
All right.
So who's that star? Mr. Terrific.
Oh, that's a wrestler.
Mr. Terrific is a superhero.
Really?
Yes, he is.
Oh, wait, I think I have heard of Mr. Terrific. What universe is he in? Is that DC?
Yeah, he is DC.
Okay, that's what I figured. I was like, Mr. Fantastic. That sounds like a DC superhero name.
Yep, there he is, Mr. Terrific.
Was not expecting him to be black, no offense. Well, fuck, I am doing awful at this game, but let's keep going.
All right, who's that star? Mike McCrank.
Rapper. I'm just going to say rapper.
Mike McCrank is a porn star.
Damn it! I'm not going to know any of the male porn stars. Maybe I know by his cock, maybe.
Who's that star? Gobbledygooker.
Oh, that's a fucking wrestler. I know that for a fucking fact. That was the fucking.
See, there's gonna be ones like that. You're like, come on, dude. Why'd you even bother?
But
you see how it can work as a porn name?
Well, I know it because I'm a wrestling fan. Anybody who wants to go back and look at it, look up the Gobbledygook. It is, and I'm talking the original Gobbledygook. It is like the worst idea wrestling has ever had for a persona for a wrestler ever. Almost just as bad as like a couple wrestlers dressing up as the KFC guy and fucking doing KFC commercials. Like it's almost just as bad as that. But anyways.
Who's that star? Buster Hyman.
That sounds like a porn star. But I doubt.
That's a porn star.
Okay, I was like, I'm thinking Hyman. I'm like, there's no way that's a superhero. There's no fucking way.
It could work.
Fuck goes
It
by
could work.
Buster Hyman as a superhero?
That's an alter ego, man. That's a secret identity right there. Buster Hyman. Good old Canadian kid. Who's that star? Betsy Honorback.
That's a fucking porn star too. Come on, man. That name just gives it away.
I told you. Some of these are going to be easy.
Well, that one was super self-explanatory. At least the other ones were kind of like a little discreet, you know? They give it away too.
I still think it could be an alter ego's secret identity. Anyway, who's that star? Sugar Dunkerton. Sugar Dunkerton.
I mean, I want to guess porn star, but that's too easy. It's a rapper.
Sugar Dunkerton is a wrestler.
Damn it! Sugar Dunkerton.
Shikari is an independent promotion that has its fair share of gimmicks.
Okay.
But Sugar Dunkerton appears from time to time alongside Dasher Hatfield, a masked wrestler with a baseball gimmick, as the throwbacks.
Huh. What does he look like?
I don't have a picture of him.
Damn it.
I thought this was going to be like a description of him, but it really just said that he was a gimmick.
He was a gimmick and he was there.
He was a gimmick.
Well, you got me there because I don't know who the fuck that is. Sounds like he should have been part of like the Jackson 5. He was like a rejected brother of the Jackson 5. Instead of being the Jackson 6, it's like I think we're gonna cut it to 5.
He's the cousin. That's why he wasn't allowed in the 5. He wasn't a brother.
Because his name was Sugar.
Who's that star? Hornswoggle.
Well, that's a wrestler. That was he was Finn Finley's mini-me, then he was Mr. McMahon's bastard son, and then he's been doing some stuff on the independent scene, and yeah, he's still one of the only midgets who still wrestles, so
yeah,
good for him. And little tidbit, the last cruiserweight champion they ever had. It was really stupid how it happened, but he was the last cruiserweight champion they ever had.
Also could be used as a porn star name.
Oh yeah, Hornswoggle, of course.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that. Maybe he was thinking of that. When he came up with the name, he's like, Hornswoggle.
In case this doesn't work out.
I think that's an instrument, isn't it? In Ireland?
It's a term. I don't know if it's a instrument, though.
Or like some kind of... I was going to think of shillelagh, but that's just like a weird little walking stick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no instrument.
Okay. It is just a phrase, though? Like
Yeah.
you're a hornswoggle?
Yeah, it's a word, and it means get the better of by cheating or deception.
Makes sense, because that's literally how he won most of his matches. So he won by tricky little means and, him being a midget, so,
Who's that star? Haystack.
That was a wrestler.
That is also true, but this one's a rapper.
Oh, damn it. You fucking tricked me, you asshole. I was thinking of the big hillbilly back in the Hulk Hogan days. That's who I was thinking of. Haystack. This is a rapper named Haystack? Does he live in Alabama or some shit?
Why is my pick not here? Yes, there is a rapper
By the name?
by the name of Haystack, and I got a photo as proof, but it's not popping up.
Lies!
Deception!
He's a great big phony. Hi, everybody.
You've been hornswoggled. Bamboozled.
Hey, everybody. It's a great big phony.
Who's that star? Fanny Deep. Who's that star?
Porn star?
Yep.
Okay. I'm guessing she does a lot of anal.
Probably.
Yeah. That's just my guess.
Mr. Ass. Who's that star?
That's a fucking porn star, too.
Mr. Ass is a wrestler.
Oh, wait. Was that like WWE? No. Continue.
He's most famous as Badass Billy Gunn,
Ah.
a member of the New Age Outlaws in D-Generation X. But Mr. Ass was a name he went by.
Yes, it was. I totally forgot about that. Wow, I feel stupid.
Elongated Man. Who's that star?
That's a superhero.
Yeah.
He's pretty much like Rubber Band Man or, Mr. Fantastic or somebody like that. Yeah.
Also could be used for a porn star name.
Oh, yeah.
Balls Mahoney.
Stretch Armstrong. That is a wrestler.
Balls Mahoney is a wrestler.
And I went and saw him at ECW when they brought it back in WWE, and he hit somebody over the head with a fucking chair, so I know exactly who he is.
Also could be used as a porn star name.
Oh, definitely was. I think he literally thought of that as his name. It's Balls Mahoney.
He probably transitioned from porn.
I don't know. I don't think so. He's not really the porn type. It's like, it would be one of those like amateur videos, but it would not be professionally done. It'd be one he literally does with his own phone.
Anita Softwood. Who's that star? Anita Softwood. Who's that star?
Well, that's a porn star, but I was thinking of there is another wrestler by the name of Norwood, and that's what was throwing me off, but it is a porn star.
Yes, indeed it is.
Yes. But there is a wrestler that goes by the name of Norwood, so it threw me off at first. I'm like, no, not her. Even though she does look like a porn star, could probably do very well at it. She is not.
Ding Dongs. Who's that star? Ding Dongs.
That's a wrestler, isn't it?
Ding Dongs is a wrestler.
Yeah, I knew it.
The tag team of Jim Evans and Richard Sarton.
Woo! That was a complete guess, by the way. I was actually thinking you were going to say
WCW.
Fair enough, because they had a lot of stupid gimmicks. But I thought you were actually going to say it was a rapper, and I'm like, damn it! I should have said rapper. It's the Ding Dogs. Y'all ready for this? It's the Ding Dogs! Yo, what up? We're the Ding Dogs!
Where my Ding Dogs at?
Where my Dinglings at?
Oh. And they got Biggie on the features. Oh. You know I love my Ding Dongs, man. Oh, baby.
Shit.
Love it when you call me Big Ding Dong. No, I'm just playing. No, never that.
Never again.
Okay. I found my missing photos.
Oh, okay,
I'm frustrated
nice.
now, so
We better show me the fucking evidence because I don't believe half of these people are fucking true.
Yeah, what was the one that you were calling bull? It was Haystack. I found him.
Okay,
I found him.
I'm imagining he's either a little short black guy or he's a big burly white dude.
Come on, man. Always go with your gut.
Okay, he's a big burly white dude. That's what I thought.
Always go with your gut.
I thought it would have been just like dudes trying to be ironic.
He goes with his gut, so you should go with your gut.
Well, he does. He goes more than his gut. All right, I think his gut is starting to go into him. So
Tum Tum. Who's that star? Tum Tum.
Shit, this would go literally almost any single fucking category. I want to say wrestler, but I know that's not right.
Tum Tum.
Is it a porn star?
Tum Tum is a rapper.
What?
And
is he
here's
Asian?
the man in the flesh.
What the fuck, dude? Wait. What does it say?
Eat or get ate.
I think it looks like you already ate, bruh. Eat or get ate? What the
You could get eat or you could get ate.
In my tum-tum. Mm-hmm. That's where you go. You go right in my tum-tum. Mm-hmm.
The Blue Meanie. Who is
Wrestler.
that star?
Because
of
he was
course.
part of the Blue World Order.
Mm-hmm.
And he has his own podcast, actually, nowadays. So...
Also could be used as a superhero name, or a supervillain, or a porn star. No,
I was going more porn star.
No, or a rapper.
The Blue Meanie is part of the Blue Man Group, but he's like the backup guy, and he just gets all the random like ugly bitches that the Blue Man Group just gives him.
Yeah,
that's it.
Curry Man.
That is also
Who's
a wrestler.
that star? Yes, it is.
He wrestled all around in TNA to ROH. I'm pretty sure he wrestled in Japan a bunch. He's a very gimmick wrestler, but was very good at what he did. Like he was very funny when he needed to be, but when he needed to wrestle, he was very, very good at it. So it compensated for him being like more of a gimmick wrestler. And he literally hoarded a little curry hat where he had his little curry, spicy curry, his rice, and all that shit on top of his head.
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yes, he is.
And also could be a superhero.
Yes. Very dumb superhero, but yes. He just shoots out curry sauce from his hands. From his fingertips.
Yeah, there's Condiment King. Why not
That's
Curry
true,
Man?
yeah. The Burger King guy was in a fucking comic book. The Burger
there you
King
go.
King, so why not? Yeah.
Dick Fitzwell. Who's that star? Dick Fitzwell. Who's that
That's a porn
star?
star.
That is a porn star.
It fits well in the pussy. That's why he named the name that. His dick fits well in the pussy. Exactly.
And Dick Fitzwell right in the pussy.
Okay, I'm starting to get the flow of this. All right. I was on a really bad streak at the start of this, but
All right.
bounce back.
And Fitzwell right in the pussy. No, I'm just playing.
Fist her right in the pussy. What?
Did you just say fist her right in the pussy? No, I'm just playing.
Yes, I did.
Why would you fist her? No,
Gotta fit the whole head in there. Otherwise, go big or go home. Otherwise, you're just a pussy. Anyways, what?
stop it. Just nasty. Just nasty. Just like this next name. Beaver Cleavage. Who's that star? Beaver Cleavage. Who's that star?
I'm gonna say porn star, but I feel like it's a rapper's name.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Beaver Cleavage is a wrestler.
Really?
Yes.
Is it a woman with giant breasts?
It's a man.
Oh, okay.
And apparently it was a character doing some kind of an incestual version of the beaver from Leave It to Beaver. What? Incestual.
Wrestling has some weird gimmicks, man.
One of the WWE's worst missteps.
Yep.
Charles Warrington went nowhere with the career-killing gimmick and name he ended up with. He's now only remembered as a laughingstock.
Yep. Makes fucking sense.
That was the WWE, bro.
Dude,
wow.
I'm telling you, where the WWE has done a lot of good with some of the wrestlers, people don't understand. They have failed a lot with gimmicks. There's a lot of time gimmicks only last a month. And then they just get rid of them because they don't pop right away.
But an incestual... what?
Dude,
who passed on that? Like, I know Vince McMahon is kind of a, freak, but
I was
damn,
gonna say,
bro.
have you ever seen the one where Triple H, like, dresses up as Kane and he, like, apparently, like, desecrates a fucking body at a funeral?
Okay, I didn't know about the body in the funeral part, but I did see him dressed up as Kane.
Or the one where Mr. McMahon goes to a church and he's like... I am God. Like there is no limits to what fucking wrestling will do.
No, yeah,
totally. You know what I mean?
I don't know why I thought this would be the line.
And splashed it on his face when he came in.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I think he washed his hands with it. But either way, he was. Oh my god. Anyways.
All right. Ben Dover. Who's that star?
It's a porn star.
All right, smarty pants. Here's your next one.
All right.
Z Gangsta. Who's that star? Z Gangsta. Who is that star? A rapper, you say? Z Gangsta is a wrestler.
What? Z Gangster. Wait.
Apparently, he went from Father of the Gods to Z Gangsta.
Oh, is this the Godfather? No. Or is it?
It was Tiny Lister.
I'd have to see a picture of the guy.
Pretty sure that was Debo.
You mean D'Lo Brown?
No, Debo from Friday. I'm almost positive.
Wait.
Yeah, that's Debo. Who just recently passed away of COVID.
Wait. He's the one is he like in like a silver suit or some shit like that?
He had abandoned his name of Zeus.
Yes,
that's what it was.
Yes.
So that's why they said Father of the
Gods.
Okay.
Okay, I know who it is now. Yes.
Yeah. So
I didn't know that was him. That's insane.
It was a brief stint in WCW.
Yes.
Where he had abandoned his name Zeus from the movie No Holds Barred.
Yes.
And his WWE days for an ill-advised moniker.
Yes. That's why the dude had a fucking lazy eye. That makes sense. I never put two and two together, to be honest, until just now. Because when I first saw that, and I saw the dude's menacing as fuck, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But as soon as you look at his face and you see his eyeball just look at the other direction.
Just drifts. Like a big...
It took away the fact he was big and muscly and just made me laugh.
Well, he's got chameleon eyes and shit. The more frustrated and mad and menacing he gets, the further they drift apart.
Oh my god. Okay, all right. Holy shit.
Billy Clubb. Who's that star?
Pretty sure that's
Billy
wrestler.
Clubb. Billy Clubb is a porn star.
Damn it. Oh, it's because he's got a big club. Nope.
Could also be used as a wrestling name.
Yes.
Lil Booty Call. Who's that star?
Is a rapper.
That is a trap rapper, yes.
I knew it. You could tell by the fucking name.
And here's what he looks like.
Oh my god, he was picked on as a kid in fucking high school. What the fuck? Stop looking like Tekashi 6ix9ine, you fucks. What? He literally looks like he could be Tekashi 6ix9ine's like weird little cousin.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Probably is.
He probably is. You fucking weird looking fuck. Anyways.
Shark Boy. Who's that star?
That is a superhero from Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Shark Boy is a... See, this was a trick question. Yes, you're right, but he's also a wrestler.
Oh, that's right, because he was on TNA Impact, and literally it was Shark Boy, and he did the Stone Cold Stunner as his fucking finisher. I remember that. And he literally every time he won, instead of doing beer cans, he would do clam juice.
Clam juice.
Yeah. And one of his moves was literally biting somebody on the ass.
You gotta respect that. That's great.
And he would come out with a fucking vest and it said Shark Boy on it.
Oh, man.
Just like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It was fucking awesome. I loved it. He was a really underrated wrestler for his time. He was a gimmick wrestler, but he was fucking funny, and I loved it. I was never disappointed watching a Shark Boy match. Never was. Oh, that's fucking great. Damn it, I should have thought about that. I can't believe I didn't think about that. I have seen him wrestle before, too. Oh, I'm so mad at myself.
Don't be. It's the trick question, man.
No, I know, but I just can't believe I didn't think
it was
of
just
that
me
first.
being a little. It was just me being a little asshole. Bro.
No, you're fine. I just can't believe I didn't think of that first. I can't believe I just went to the fucking Disney.
Because that's the
Disney
magic
movie.
of this game. I'm throwing your head off. This word association is throwing you off.
Damn it! I'm gonna have to overthink every question now.
All right. See, I'm gonna sneak up on you with something.
Right.
All right. Peter North and Dixie South. Who are those stars?
Well, those are definitely fucking porn stars because I have heard those names a lot. Peter
Damn
North
it.
especially.
I thought I would get you with saying both of them like they could be a tag team.
No.
Peter North and Dixie
No.
South. But yeah, Peter North is a huge
Porn star name.
Dixie South I've never heard of. But
I know who Dixie South is. Yeah. You were getting me.
But I
with
was
that
hoping,
one.
I was hoping because Peter North is a guy, I was like, maybe it's because it's a guy he won't know. He won't know that porn star name. I don't blame him. I only know because a lot of people bring him up. But anyway.
That was the most inconspicuous names for porn stars, and I got that one right.
Good on you, man.
Without any question, it's like Peter North, porn star. I got this.
Good on you. I thought I was going to hit you with a 1-2 punch.
No,
hit you with the Shark Boy and then the. And then
No,
the,
you
and
ain't
then-
getting me
and
after
then-
that Shark Boy shit. That was bullshit. Anyways,
Colossal Boy. Who's that star? Colossal Boy.
that has to be a superhero.
That is a superhero.
Okay. Can he change his size like Ant-Man? I'm taking it. Or is he just a big fucking boy? Like he's just a giant.
Well, I mean, here's what we can go off of. Yeah, so
Colossal?
your guess is as good as mine.
He must be able to just grow bigger, I guess. And he has a mentor who is Colossal Man. I don't know.
Or create destruction of colossal proportions. I don't fucking know,
Something,
dude.
whatever.
Pimpin' Hair Pies. Who's that star? Pimpin' Hair Pies.
A rapper?
Pimpin' Hair Pies is a porn star.
What?
And unfortunately, I don't have a picture because I would love to see if it's. Can I just know if it's a man or woman?
Right, like, can we just figure out what it is, or is it an octopus alien
It's
thing?
probably some lesbian porn star.
Or something, yeah.
Shaggy 2 Dope. Who's that
That's a
star?
fucking rapper.
Shaggy 2 Dope. Shaggy 2 Dope is a wrestler.
What?
Yep.
What? For what organization? Or when was this? Or does he still wrestle?
He was a member of the Insane Clown Posse.
Oh.
But
So he was a rapper. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was technically a wrestler.
Wrestler and a rapper, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I was like, I know that's a fuck. I heard of the name before. That makes sense. All right. Damn it, you got me again.
Jackhammer. Who's that star? Jackhammer. Who's that star?
I want to say porn star, but I'm sure you're gonna throw a curveball at me on this one. I'm going with
that's
porn
your
star.
that's
Yeah,
your
I'm
final
going with
answer.
porn
Oh,
star,
okay.
yeah.
Damn it. I thought I'd have you. No, you're right. It's a porn
Okay.
star. Also could be a wrestler.
I know. I was thinking wrestler. I was thinking superhero. I was like Jackhammer.
Yep, or superhero.
Jackhammer. But I was like, I'm just gonna go porn star because it seems like the most obvious answer, which is also a sex position.
Meat. Who's that star? Meat. Meat. Meat.
I don't like the way you're saying that into the mic.
Meat. Who's that star? Meat. M-E-A-T. Meat.
I appreciate they actually just went for the actual spelling. Let's just go with rapper. Why the fuck not?
Meat is a wrestler. Meat is a wrestler. Not a lot of thought put into Sean Stasiak's most famous ring name.
I know exactly who you're talking about now.
He's kind of a meaty guy.
Yeah, he's a really meaty guy.
His other name was Planet Stasiak.
Yeah. Okay. I actually know who you're talking about. I didn't know he was just called Meat. Yeah, because he literally just looked like a giant wall of meat. with muscles.
Tammy Salami. Who's that star?
Wrestler.
Tammy Salami is a trick, bitch. I got you. It's Tammy Salami. She's a porn star.
Damn it.
Tammy Salami.
Damn it.
Johnny Cockring. Who's that star?
That's a porn star.
Johnny Cockring is a porn star. You bet your sweet ass. Tugboat.
That was a wrestler.
Who's that star? Tugboat was a wrestler.
Yes, he was.
Lil Waterbed. Who's
Waterbed.
that star? Lil Waterbed.
Rapper.
Who's that star? Lil Waterbed is a trap artist.
Yeah. What is with these dumbass names?
And here's what that fuck looks like. Lil Waterbed, baby.
You know what? I can appreciate at least with the picture he has water behind it.
I keep it wet and dry.
At the same time, you don't even know what that means, but I do.
Am I Smooth? Who's that star? Letter M, letter I, Smooth. Who's that star? Am I Smooth?
Oh my god. That's a wrestler, I'm pretty sure.
Am I Smooth is a wrestler.
I knew it. I knew it.
The Teabag Boys. Who's them stars?
That would be a tag teaming porn stars. What did not be?
The Teabag Boys are a rap group.
What? I hope they teabag everybody while they're rapping.
There they are. All formed together.
Are they white or are they black?
I think they're black. And they seem to have been a one-hit wonder from the early 2000s because this is the only image I could find of all of them together.
And you can't even make it out all that well.
And it says it's them performing their
hit.
Their hit Teabag.
Well, you got to keep it original.
You got a brand. You got to make a brand.
You got to make
It's
a
all
brand.
it's all in the brand. It's all about the
It's all about the process. Trust the process.
April Fills. Who's that star? April Fills. Who's that star?
Porn star.
Porn star. Booty Chain. Who's that star?
Wrestler.
Booty Chain. Who's that star? You say wrestler, I say rapper. Trap
Damn it.
rapper.
Damn it. That's a good wrestler name.
It is. And here is Booty Chain.
Oh, it's a chick. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a really ratchet bitch. God damn. I think she fits the moniker of she a ratchet bitch. She just looks like
She
it.
looks like she tricks Johns and hoes.
And the transvestites.
Big Dick Johnson. Who's that star? Big Dick Johnson.
That's a wrestler.
Who's that
It's
star?
a wrestler. I'm right, aren't I? That's what I thought. I knew it too.
Yo. You know your stuff.
I do, because I'm pretty sure, if I am not mistaken, that was part of the tag team group called the Johnsons. If I'm not mistaken, unless I am thinking of a different thing, but there was a tag team back in the day where they literally dressed up as in tan whole form outfits, and it's supposed to represent that they're dicks. And they're wrestling as the Johnsons. This was an actual gimmick that was in wrestling at one point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, these dudes are buff as fuck. Surprising how this never caught on. Yeah. That was TNA. That's what it was. It was TNA. That's right. I remember watching that. I remember watching TNA and watching that. It's like, it's the Johnsons. And to be fair, they weren't bad wrestlers. It was just like, what are they wearing? And they're buff as fuck for no reason. No reason whatsoever. It's like, whose dick is that veiny?
There's just two big chodes.
Literally.
All right.
Oh, okay.
Sharon Cox. Who's that star?
That's a porn star.
All right. What about Sharon Partners? Who's that star?
Wrestler?
Sharon Partners is also a porn star.
No. She has multiple partners. There you go. I got it.
Puke. Who's that star? Puke.
rapper?
Puke is a wrestler.
I feel like I should know who this is. It seems like one of the more obscure gimmicks that they've done. Or wrestling's produced, at least. What did he look like?
He was Darren Drozdoff. And Vince McMahon saw him...
he's the dude who got paralyzed, I'm pretty sure.
Vince McMahon saw him puke into a wastebasket.
Yes.
Beyond the mat.
Yes.
And he apparently he had the skill to vomit on command.
Yes, that's what it
on
was.
demand. So, yeah, so McMahon decided to call him Puke, and then he later wised up and just switched it to Draws.
Yes, okay, I actually know who you're talking about. I forgot that was his nickname. But he's also the wrestler who, unfortunately, if you go back and watch, he's the wrestler who got powerbombed by D'Lo Brown and is now paralyzed because of such accident. Which D'Lo Brown has apologized and feels very bad for, because D'Lo Brown had done that move so many times, and this is just the one time that it just did not go right. And when I say that they work their asses off to make sure that each one is safe when they do these moves, it's not a joke, because literally this guy was trying to be an inspiring wrestler, and his life was literally cut short because of that. Now, granted, he doesn't hold any ill will towards D'Lo because he knows it's an accident, but it only takes one bad move and you are fucked in wrestling. But anyways.
That's why I appreciate what they do, man. Those guys put that on the line every time they hop in that ring, you know?
Especially when you wrestle those Johnsons.
You don't know what you're here for.
You're going to get dicked tonight.
There's two of us, too. No, I'm just, all right.
You're going to get dicked down by the Johnsons tonight.
So wait, he's Big Dick Johnson. So what is the other one, Little Dick Johnson?
I can't remember. There was some corresponding names with just their penises, you know? I can't remember what it was. I think it was Dick and Rich Johnson, I'm pretty sure. Dick and Richard Johnson, I think.
Is their entrance track My Dick, Yo Dick?
Should have been. It should have been.
Terra Rising. Who's that star? Terra Rising.
Well, since we haven't gone superhero in a while, I'm going to go that.
Terra Rising is a wrestler.
Oh. Actually, no, you're right. Yes. Isn't that,
WCW.
Yes. Yeah. She was also, what was her fucking name? She was in WWE, I'm pretty sure, too, though, wasn't she?
Why am I not finding her? Yeah, I can't find her. Let me try WCW.
Maybe she only had a stint in WCW, and I'm thinking.
I was gonna say maybe she was just one and done.
Yeah, she only did WCW and that was it. Probably. There was a lot of wrestlers who did that. Okay. Yeah. Well, I didn't know that. Well, so you got me on that one.
Mantar. Who's that
wrestler.
star? He is a wrestler.
He was a short little bald-headed fuck because they tried to make him a bit he's a monster.
He's half man, half bull.
With a fucking Mantar looking a buffalo head he wears to the ring, and he took it off and he had ram horns shaved into his hair. He looks so fucking odd. See, look. Yep, see, that's what he would wear to the fucking ring.
Look at this fucking guy.
Yeah, look at this fucking dude. There's a reason why he didn't last long. I think he literally only lasted for a year. And that was it. And that singlet unitard that he wore did not help either. Really bunch up his ball area. They should have had leggings going down on his legs. Because nobody wants to see those big pasty white legs of his. Nobody did.
Big Bear. Who's that star? Big Bear. Big Bear. Big.
Is it a porn
Bear.
star?
Big Bear is a rapper.
Damn it. I was going to say superhero, but I'm no, it's too obvious.
Yep, and there he is.
He's not even big.
Doing things.
Dude, you're not even the size of a grizzly bear. The fuck? You can't call yourself Big Bear.
What things are you doing?
You call yourself a sun bear or something.
You ain't hibernating like a big bear would.
Although I do
over here doing things.
Although I do appreciate the picture that one of the fucking bears is smoking a cigar and has fucking shades on. That is fucking tight as shit.
I would have more respect for him if he was that bear. If he was in a bear costume.
Right, he
with
just
a
had
cigar.
a fucking cigar in his mouth.
With a big stogie.
Or he had like a bear skin on. And
With
he
a
was
bitch
just
giving him head. Yeah.
something, you know what I mean?
While he's just chilling.
It sounds like he should be like a Big Brother fucking sponsorship. Hey, look, it's Big Bear. He should be doing charity work and shit, not being a rapper.
I'm Big Bear. Want a Big Bear hug?
Oh, don't get me mad or I'll kick your ass. Turn into Yogi Bear for. Hey, boo boo, I'm gonna kick your ass.
The Whizzer. The Whizzer. The Whiz. The WHIZZER. The Whizzer. The Whizzer. The Whizzer. Who's that star?
I want to say it's a rapper, but there is also a wrestler that was called the Wizard. That was Kevin Nash back in WCW. It was one of his many gimmicks that he had over the years, and that was one of them. And it was supposed to be a play on the Wizard of Oz. Is what his gimmick's supposed to be. But what is this person?
The Whizzer is a superhero.
Oh, okay.
And
the Wizard.
Yeah, here he is right here. So it's like he's whizzing by,
Oh, he's like a fucking Flash. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I've actually heard of.
But also it could be a porn name.
Yes. Okay. I was thinking way off though.
For those that give golden showers.
Like R. Kelly.
Yeah.
They get mad of it at years later because people keep asking him, God damn it, why do people keep asking me this?
Because you keep whizzing on people, Robert.
Robert, stop peeing on that 11-year-old.
They're calling you the Whizzer now.
They just call you the Golden Shower Man. Like, I don't know what to tell you, all right? You make it rain all day on these bitches.
Mr. Pogo, who's that star?
I want to say that's a wrestler.
Mr. Pogo. Wrestler?
I want to say it's a wrestler, and I want to say it's a manager.
Mr. Pogo is a... I was trying to see if he was a manager here, but yes, he is a wrestler.
Okay, that's what I figured. But I don't know if he was a manager. He sounded like a manager. But the name does sound familiar. I don't know, I can't remember from what or what the dude looks like, but I knew there was a wrestler.
Also could be a superhero name or a porn star name.
Sounds like a clown. Like, it sounds like it would be clown porn. You know what I mean? Like, Mr. Pogo.
Well, I just figure it's like a toy version of the jackhammer.
Yeah.
Ben with Many. Who's that star?
Porn star.
Ben with Many is a porn star.
Yes, he is.
Holden McGroin. Who's that
Also
star?
a porn star. I'd be shocked if he told me that was a wrestler.
Holden McGroin is a porn star. Max Moon. Who's that star? Max Moon.
That was a wrestler back in WWE back in 1994. It was on the very first Raw episode ever aired on television.
Max Moon is a wrestler. Also could be a comic book character.
That's actually what they were going off of. If you look up a picture of this dude, he literally looked like a superhero.
There you go.
Yes.
Erwin R. Shyster. Who's that star?
That was also a wrestler, and that was for the $1 Million Man.
Could also be a great porn star name.
I think he definitely looked like he could have been in a porn star. He definitely looked like he could have been part of some European porn.
Chili McFreeze.
That is a rapper.
Who's that star? Chili McFreeze is a wrestler.
Say what?
He was also more known as Steve Austin.
Oh, wait, that was one of his fucking personas before he became, because he was also part of
Before he was
group.
Stone Cold, yep.
Yes, and he was part of a group called, was it called the, it wasn't the Dirt, no, it was called the, what was it called, the Blondes or the Blondies? It was something like that. He was in a tag team before he ever became Stone Cold Steve Austin, because he actually had blonde hair, and then I think it was Pat Patterson, who was the very first Intercontinental Champion, if that name doesn't ring a bell. I'm pretty sure it was either him or Dusty Rhodes, one of the two. Told him he should literally cut his hair and just do that whole Stone Cold gimmick. And he's from humble beginnings, too, because he was also in WCW before he was in WWE, funny enough.
WCW and ECW.
Yes, he was. I forgot he had a small stint in ECW for a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Extreme crappy wrestling, as Jerry Lawler like to fucking call it.
It's fitting.
Hey, I loved ECW.
I still,
It was a nice, like, if you wanted wrestling, you go watch WWE, all that shit. If you wanted to see shit that you weren't going to see unless it's on a pay-per-view, you go watch WCW. Yeah. That shit is literally is the definition of hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
That's a good way to put it, yeah. It was hardcore while WWE was softcore. Arachnaman. Who's that star?
Superhero.
Arachnaman. Arachnaman is a wrestler.
Wrestler. He's had to have a persona before, or is that his only persona?
I'm not seeing his real name or past persona. All I know is that he's from WCW.
I feel like I know.
Just basically says they were trying to bank in on the popularity of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Without,
without being sued.
Without being sued, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that abomination of it looks like it should be in the labyrinth. It doesn't even look like it's an arachnid. looks like it's a piece of cord. It's a walking piece of cord.
It's just the off-brand Spider-Man costume, bro.
Why'd you pick yellow? Yellow of all fucking things?
This is what I'm saying. The off-brand would have gone like reverse the blue and red, and then the off-brand is like, okay, we can't show anything. We can't risk any.
Can't even resemble it at
all. We don't
all.
want them coming for anything.
We have to cut out the eyes and show his mouth.
Just have this be all profit. How can we do that? Yellow.
We need to make him look like a corn husk. They'll never know. They're a little purple in there. It's perfect.
Fruit Boy. Who's that star? Fruit Boy.
It's not a wrestler, is it?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, because I'm not quite sure where this one's going to go.
Fruit Boy is a superhero.
Oh, okay. Look at me. He's just a giant fucking fruitcake.
Yeah.
Literally, he's a giant fruitcake.
Like, of course, that's the first thing that pops in your head when you hear Fruit Boy, but then you think, like, oh, but of course, they would have drawn him. They would have tried to make him look like a superhero, but no, it's just literally a fruitcake in a fruitcake costume, spreading the word of fruit to young children across the land. Blonde hair, blue eye.
I wonder.
Pedo smile.
I wonder if that's where South Park got the idea for Berry Crunch.
I just love that the inner sides are fucking green. Like
he's got fungus on him.
I was gonna say, like, are you repping the fruits or the veggies, bro?
Right, like which one are you doing? Or are you repping both? I swear this is where they got the Berry Crunch.
I'm curious to know what this guy's like abilities are. Yeah.
He can make fruit trees sprout out of nowhere. I guarantee that's his power. Can't even think of a backstory for Fruit Boy. What could possibly be the backstory for him becoming a fruit? He's allergic to vegetables, so all he could eat was fruit all of his life.
Okay.
Okay.
I made the mistake. I was looking up Fruit Man instead of Fruit Boy.
See, there's a difference.
I'm glad you said Fruit Boy.
So there's a Fruit Man too.
There's a Fruit Man from Harvey Comics. It looks like really old. That's what was really throwing me off. And he looked like he was put on like cereal boxes and shit.
He probably was.
But Fruit Boy is actually DC.
Okay.
And his one and only power is to make unripe fruit ripen.
Oh my fucking god. Are you kidding me? There's no way.
Wait.
Dumbest fucking superpower ever. And it's almost as dumb as fucking Bicycle Man and fucking One Punch Man. Yeah. And I hate the fuck out of that guy.
Right, and that guy doesn't even have powers.
No, but at least he's courageous.
I have more respect for Man.
Yeah, than a dude.
I mean, I guess he'd be a good guy to have on your team. You know, to have on your
fruit
squad.
Boy, can you get this this
Fruit boy,
rotten tomato?
Can you go give me my fruit?
Right? Can you ripen up these rotten apples? Sure. Bring. Remember to keep yourself.
Yeah, he would have to be the chef. He would have to be just the stay-at-home chef while
guarantee
everyone
that's
else
what
goes
he-
and fights crime.
There's no way he goes out and
He
fights.
stays home with Aquaman.
But he works out.
Yeah, he definitely works. I mean, well, he's on a good diet. He's getting the ripest of fruits. Okay, so all right, Fruit Boy. Fruit Boy. Let me put respect on it.
You gotta put respect on the name.
All right, shit. Okay. The Batman. Who's that star? The Batman.
I want to say a rapper.
The Batman is a wrestler.
Really?
That's Bat with a double T. Again, another case with Arachnaman.
He's a baseball
They were
fucking
trying
persona, wasn't he?
They were still trying to bank off of
Superheroes.
of a superhero, yeah. And yeah, they just
Does he look like Batman when overweight though? Like he's got like a beer gut and shit?
I don't know, let's see.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
That must have been back like when
This fucking guy.
when fucking Adam West was doing it or some shit. Like, yeah, look at his dumbass looking face. I'm Batman. I'm Batman. You know he went into the ring and saying, "I'm Batman. Batman win. Yeah. Back to the Batcave. Let's go, Robin." Batman.
Bus driver. Who's that star? Bus driver.
Superhero.
Bus driver is a rapper.
What, he drives the bus? He drives his own tour bus? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
He writes his rhymes while he's driving the bus.
Exactly.
Anyway. Justin Credible. Who's that
That's
star?
a wrestler from ECW.
Justin Credible is a wrestler.
Yes. One of the very many champions that ECW had.
Basham Brothers.
That was
Who
also
are
a
those
wrestler-
stars?
That was a tag team in WWE back in the day.
Basham Brothers could also be porn stars.
I think that was definitely where they got the name from.
Shorty Shitstain.
That's not
Shorty
a rapper.
Shitstain
That's not a
is
rapper.
a rapper.
Yeah, I was gonna say if that's not a rapper, I'm disappointed. It's fucking hilarious.
Could also be a porn star.
A really shitty wrestling manager. Managed by his manager, Shorty Shitstain. Shorty Shitstain Productions. Sorry.
Sparky Plug. Who's that star? Sparky Plug.
Superhero.
Sparky Plug is a wrestler, also known as Thurman Sparky Plug.
I don't know. Never heard of him. Was he WCW?
He was WWE changed it to Bob Sparkplug Holly.
Oh, he became Bob Holly. He became Bob Hardcore Holly.
And then later became Bob Holly. Yes.
Oh, wow, what a dumbass name. I'm glad he changed it to Bob Holly because that shit was retarded. I am sorry.
Yeah, he came to the WWE and they were like,
Well,
no.
you know what he's normally famous, what he's really famous for? You ever see the "Don't try this at home" shit? You ever see the dude with the giant gash on his back?
No.
It is wicked. It was he was suplexed on the he was being suplexed on the outside into a table. The table broke and the piece of the table broke off into his back. So when he got up, there's a giant, and I mean giant, gash across the I think it's the left side of his back, and it is huge. He still continues to wrestle after that was shown, but it is a big cut. But okay, here we go. So there it is. There's the nice gash right in his fucking back from going right through a table. That right there. Ouch.
Yeah, he's pretty cut open.
Yeah.
Dump Matsumoto. Dump Matsumoto.
Porn
Who's
star.
that star? Dump Matsumoto is a wrestler.
What?
Female Japanese wrestler.
Never heard of her.
Diamond Stud. Who's that star?
That,
Diamond Stud.
I want to say that's a porn star.
Diamond Stud is a wrestler.
I wasn't,
WCW.
oh. Man, okay.
Brutus Beefcake. Who's that star?
That's a wrestler.
Brutus Beefcake, the barber, is a wrestler. Tom Wanks. Who's that star?
Porn star.
Tom Wanks is a porn star. Man Thing. Who's that star? Man Thing.
Superhero, isn't it?
Man Thing is a comic book character, yes.
Yes.
The Screamer. Who's that star?
Porn star.
The Screamer is a superhero.
Is it like Black Bolt?
Here they are right here.
Okay, I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but okay.
Like, or do they lead a hair metal band? Like,
Are they bugs? What are they? It looks like an anime character to me. Screamer, what the fuck? He's just every time he comes into a room. Okay, the Screamer's here. All right.
yeah! Teen Laquifa. Who's that star?
Rapper.
Teen Laquifa is a porn star.
Oh, is it supposed to look like Queen Latifah? Is that the point?
You would think, but here she is.
You look nothing like that bitch. You can't call yourself a queen unless you queef in every video.
If she must queef on command, but if that's the case, why not go with Queen Laquifa?
Yeah.
Yeah. Teen
The
Laquifa.
money you're not making.
And finally, Pegasus Kid. Who's that star?
Wrestler.
Pegasus Kid is, yes, Chris Benoit, the wrestler.
Yep. Because that was what he was in New Japan Pro Wrestling before he went to WCW and then WWE. That is where he got his technical wrestling skill, or where he perfected it.
Yep.
You weren't gonna give me with that one. I knew that one too.
Can't get anything past you.
Not wrestling wise, anyways.
No, I tried.
There was a few in there because I was like, I haven't heard a few of these. Few of these are very odd.
Yeah, I was hoping some of them would be very obscure. Like, I noticed a lot of them were older references. I was like, maybe he would have forgotten. You know, like with Pegasus Kid.
I mean, I literally, I watched the Chris Benoit Dark Side of the Ring documentary, and they literally bring that up in it. So that was like, oh, I didn't know that. So now it's stuck in there now. All right.
So that was game one.
All right.
On to game two.
And now, I'm gonna try. We're gonna play a little game of. Welcome to another exciting episode of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your two hosts are classy individuals or absolute trash.
Won't Remember a Thing edition with Gene and BJ.
Here we go. All right. Do you put ketchup on your mac and cheese?
I did at one point. Now I don't eat mac and cheese at all. So, and if I were to, I wouldn't though, because I don't even put ketchup on eggs anymore.
Dude, I never understood that. As a kid, I saw so many kids putting ketchup on their mac and cheese. Now I put ketchup on my grilled cheese and shit. Like, that was fine. But I was like, mac and cheese and ketchup? I'm like, are you fucking barbaric? What's wrong with you?
It just needed something, man. It's missing something. I don't know if it needs some salt or what, but it could just get really bland, you know?
What, mac and cheese?
Yeah, with all just nothing but
of course,
cheese
if you have
and
plain
pasta.
mac and cheese, but unless now, well, granted, I guess we couldn't do it as a kid. Now I go for the mac and cheese where it's like, it's mac and cheese Then they have the layer of cheese on top. It's a nice crust on it. It's,
Right.
I mean?
Right. Gourmet level shit. But
We
saying,
know our mac and cheese now. But yeah.
Exactly. But I'm saying when you're a kid coming up and all you're eating is just plain old mac and cheese, you still need a little something. I'm just excusing those that do.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't do it anymore.
No, fuck that. I just couldn't.
Because like you said, I know where to get real mac and cheese.
Right.
If I really
I ain't
want
going for that
I'll get
trash shit.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely garbage to put ketchup on your mac and cheese. I'm sorry. Like, I'm gonna call that now. It's pretty garbage to do that.
Yeah, it's pretty trashy.
You know what I mean?
Not so much classy.
Here we go.
Because it's like almost like if you're gonna put ketchup on mac and cheese, why'd you get mac and cheese? You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, what was the point?
Anyway.
But okay. Have you ever dressed up to eat at a chain restaurant? I can say I have.
See, I was gonna say I have, but I don't know if it really counts. I guess, yeah, like matching shirts counts, right?
Yeah, I mean, just dressing up, you know what I mean? Like, something you wouldn't normally wear because you were going there,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it was for a birthday, so it's like...
But it was still at a chain restaurant.
But
though,
yeah, it was at a chain restaurant.
I'd still consider that trash.
Yeah.
The fact that you had a birthday at a chain restaurant is... I mean, it's not...
Chuck E. Cheese. I would consider Chuck E. Cheese a chain restaurant to a degree.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's
so,
also,
it wasn't my birthday, but I was there
enough, yeah.
in the birthday matching shirt, you know. But I did feel pretty ridiculous, and everyone else felt pretty ridiculous, minus the kids, of course.
Here's one. I mean, I feel like a decent amount of potheads do this, but I would consider this a trashy sort of part of it. Have you ever smoked the resin built up in your weed pipe? And I could definitely say I have. I would say that's probably a trashy move because
I'm guilty.
There is no, I mean, granted you do it so you have something, but it's never justified when you're doing it because you're just like, fuck, this tastes nasty. Why did I do this? It's getting me high, but why did I do this? This is nasty. Like, it's just, and it's such a hassle to even get it out. You know what I mean? And unless you're really just going to clean your shit out, it's just like, there's no fucking point.
Yeah.
It's trashy, I will admit, but I'm guilty of it.
And plus sometimes you just, money's tight and you just want to be like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to sit back and just try to wait till, I can get some. And then you see your pipe and you're like, well, it'd just be nice to just smoke a little something, just a little taste. Anyway.
Now here's like a two-parter question. So it's like, how do you like your eggs? Now, the other part to that is, how do you make, well, and this kind of goes like if you have scrambled eggs. It's like, if you pick scrambled eggs, how do you make your scrambled eggs? Like, what do you do specifically to make your scrambled eggs?
Oh, man, see, this is tough because, okay.
So what's your favorite kind of
answering egg? Right, but with answering these questions, I have to think should I say what I was
just go with your gut,
what I was accustomed to growing up, or what I've grown to, to prefer.
I would say go from, what
because
you like
naturally, myself, if I was cooking myself eggs, I would do many different things. Like, I wouldn't do the same thing every morning. I would probably have one morning sunny side, one morning scrambled, one morning an omelet.
What was it as a kid? Because that's where they do like to go. They like to go dig into your childhood.
Okay, then as a kid, I would just have them scrambled.
Okay, so now would your mom ever mix it with water or milk to fluff it up a bit, or should you just leave it plain and then just cooked it?
Mother wouldn't, but grandmother would put a little dash of milk in there. Sure,
so it would fluff it up a little bit. And shit. I will say I like that way. Have you ever seen Gordon Ramsay's way of fucking making eggs?
Yes, dude. Gordon Ramsay's way of making fucking anything. Have you seen the mac and cheese and the fucking...
Mac and cheese, yes. I'm not a fan of his fucking scrambled eggs, though. It just they don't look done to me.
I agree with that, but just the way he approaches making scrambled eggs is not something I would have ever thought. Like, he put me onto the fact of just take it off of the burner for a little bit, let it sit there. Why would you want to do that? Just fucking scramble some fucking eggs and fucking be on.
Fuck your eggs. This is the way I make eggs. Fuck you, you're a shitty cook. Okay, here's one. Have you ever used a stove to light a cigarette?
Yes.
I think we're all guilty of that. Have you ever used the coil ones, or was it just the flame?
Both.
You ever tried to do it on the fucking glass one before? That shit takes a long time to fucking light, my friend. You have to get that shit fucking hot.
Yeah.
And even then, the fucking tobacco like sticks to the fucking top of it, and it's all bad.
Yeah, I don't even bother with them.
Oh, dude, it's so trashy.
I think I tried once for a second. I was like, this isn't fast enough.
This is bullshit. I'm not dealing with
Jonesing.
this shit.
I need my shit. This is not helping me get my shit.
Okay. What is in your cup door holders or your like middle console cup holder? Like, what is in there right now?
Empty. Well, no, I just cleaned out my car, but before I did, it was an empty. It was one of those empty. It was one of those bottles of Starbucks lattes you can get.
Yeah.
It's an empty one of those with like some trash put in it. Like I don't know, like maybe a straw wrapper or something. I don't know.
Stuff you hadn't thrown away.
Just stuff that I threw in there. Yeah.
Dude, same with me. It's just whatever the fuck drink is in there, and I haven't cleaned out my car, so it's like I just throw it to the back. And whenever I get to it, I'll get to it. It's pretty trashy. Let's see here. Oh, did you go to gas stations for breakfast in the morning as a kid, or do you do it right now? Like, do you do it often right now? Or did you even do it as a kid?
It happened every once in a while. Not every once in a while. It sounds like it was often, but it happened once or twice.
Because every once in a while, it's like you go there you stop by and you get it. It's when you start going to a gas station on a regular basis.
It was a breath of fresh air when it would happen. I'll say that. Like it was a different outing, a different breakfast outing.
Yeah.
That, like maybe happened once a year, if anything. I'm sure there was years without them. Yeah.
But there's some gas station food though that is just not good though. You know what I mean? Like there's some that is just like, yeah, I'd rather not fucking get.
Yeah, there was one that just literally just left their stuff under heat lamps and just thought that meant that they were cooked and ready to go. Like, so you got like burritos that have been sitting there for weeks, just like to a crisp, and fucking fried chicken that's just like getting soggy and drying as it's getting soggy. And it's just, oh man.
I will admit though, there's a couple gas stations that actually have decent pizza. Depending, you know what I mean. Like there's certain ones that I've like, okay, I could go in here and grab a slice real quick, and it'll hold me over. They're at least their game is getting better at certain ones. But it's like if you're going to a gas station on like I would say a regular basis to get your food, it's a little trashy in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just like it's almost like you're replacing it as a convenience store, and it's definitely not that. It's where meth heads go to hang out. It's not a fucking convenience store for you, all right? You get milk there. Doesn't mean you can go get milk there all the fucking time.
Fucking bodegas.
Right. Oh. Do you microwave food on a paper towel to save using plates?
Do I microwave food on a paper towel to save using plates?
Yeah, so you don't have to use a plate. You just do it on a paper towel, so you just throw away the paper towel.
I haven't used a microwave in a long ass time, but yes, I would. As a microwave user, I would. Yes.
It's a little trashy, but it's okay. I did the same thing too.
Yeah.
I did the same.
I mean, come on, who has it? Come on.
Yeah. I think more of the time it would,
especially if you know it's something that's not going to seep through the bottom. Like if this is something you could just toss in there for a little bit, like a donut or something. You don't fucking.
But it doesn't take much to just put it on a plate. Just But we were just too lazy. We just didn't want to clean it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We just didn't want to hear the shit afterwards of. Okay. Now here's a big one. Well, maybe not a big one, but an interesting one. So, what kind of sandwich baggie did you use as a kid? Was it Ziploc, the flap, or the foldies?
Flap or the foldies? It was. Now, would the foldies be the sack rolled up?
It would be the.
Or is that still considered the sack? I'm trying to understand what's the foldies.
The foldies is like it's like the little sandwich baggie that doesn't have like a Ziploc or like that. It's just literally it's almost like cellophane.
Okay,
it's like you have to have like adhesion on it just to keep it on. Otherwise, it'll
Okay, so we're literally talking about the sandwich bag, the
like
bag
dollar
for the sandwich, not your lunch.
No,
okay,
no, yeah.
Then it would be in the Ziploc. It would be in the Ziploc.
It's a little classy. I'll admit that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was weird. My mom would like switch off every once in a while. She would like have Ziploc bags, or have like like the the flap, which would be just like the regular thing.
Yeah.
But then she would go like switching to like the little folding. So it was a mix of like
just
garbage, not garbage.
Just whatever she grabbed on her.
Yeah,
way
whatever
out.
she grabbed that fucking day is what we used for the fucking week. And considering me, she was making a lot of fucking sandwiches. Like, I mean, granted, I got to the point where I just made my own fucking sandwiches, and she would have to go to the store and get more fucking sandwich meat all the fucking time. But has your family ever had a broken down appliance or furniture sitting in their yard longer than a weekend?
No.
No. Mine hasn't.
No.
I can't say I have. I've definitely driven past a house and seen the same couch out there for like a couple weeks. Or you see like random shit in people's yards for whatever fucking reason out for whatever. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't say that's ever happened to me.
Nope, not I.
What is the youngest age you can ever remember seeing your parents drunk? Mine was I'd say about, maybe not my mom more or less, but it was my aunts and uncles. I saw them drunk at like age, I think it was like age 10.
Okay.
Something like that.
If we're talking aunts and uncles, then I would.
I think it counts along that because my mom
Okay.
kept it a secret for so fucking long. I don't even remember.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it was my mom, it probably would have been like, I don't know, somewhere like 9 or 10, maybe 8, 9, 10, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, aunts and uncles. Yeah, I saw that shit when I was like 5. So it was just the known
garbage.
thing. Yeah.
It's all right. My family's Roman Catholic, and all they did was fucking drink. So it was bound to happen eventually. I was going to see my family members and my mom drunk. So it's a little garbaggio, but Will you eat peanut butter straight out of the jar?
Yeah. I mean, now. I mean, if I was a kid, I did it once as a kid, and I made a big thing about it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna skip the middleman, and I'm just gonna
right for the peanut butter.
eat a bunch of peanut butter. And I'm gonna eat this whole thing. Watch.
Oh.
And dude,
it was a bad idea.
I could not commit. I could not finish that fucking jar of peanut butter, and I was in huge trouble. Once everybody found out. But yeah, nowadays, if it's usually I'll get my own specific thing of peanut butter that no one else uses.
Yeah.
And normally I'll make sandwiches, but if it's like 4 or something in the morning and I've been up all night and I just want one little quick thing to put in my belly, yeah, I'll take a scoop.
Yeah. So I'd say the same. I do it now. I do it now. I definitely do it now. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely do it now. But it's because I do live alone and I don't have to deal with anybody else really coming into my house and being like,
right.
Oh yeah, I want peanut butter.
Right.
Do you want peanut butter? I don't think you do. Not my peanut butter. You don't want mine. Now here's a different question. It kind of corresponds with that.
Okay.
Now what brand of peanut butter were you as a kid?
Okay, as a kid.
Because there's a couple different options here.
It probably was maybe Peter Pan,
Okay.
if not
All right.
if not Jiffy.
Yeah.
But even Jiffy, there's another one I'm blanking on.
Skippy?
There you go. Skippy.
Yeah.
Skippy or Peter Pan. There you go.
Yeah. I think my mom was more of a
'cause
like,
it's not Jiffy, it's Jif, right?
it's Jif. It was Jiffy, and then they changed it to
okay.
Jif. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's the same thing. My mom would skip around with peanut butters. Like she'd gotten Peter Pan at one point, and then she went to Jif, and then she went to fucking Skippy, and then she just kind of went off-brand after that. Just said fuck all. It said fuck all the fucking name brand peanut butters. Which is kind of what I do. I think. Well, actually,
I was gonna say I don't blame her, dude. I do the same. Like sometimes you'll get like this and that, and then you're just like, man, fuck it, just give me the off-brand shit. Like this is ridiculous.
Fuck. I want to just rub it all over my nipples and just get it over with. Like, god damn it.
Like I'm eating peanut butter way too fast to be spending $4 a fucking jar.
How long will you go until you acknowledge that an appliance is broken or doesn't work? So like
until I acknowledge it.
It's so like it may like be kind of working, but it's almost to the point of like, dude, this is fucking broken. Why you keep bothering with this shit?
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or do you just let this shit sit there?
I'll drag that shit on. So it's just one less thing to stress about. So
Until you have to throw it away later.
Yeah, or until it's just like, okay, this shit is just not working. Like, there's just nothing. It's not producing anything.
I feel like it depends because there's.
It depends, true. Yeah,
there's certain things where it's like, I don't know if it's like I don't feel like I'm ever gonna fucking use it again. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. But there's certain things where like it breaks and I'm like, damn it, I have to get this working now. There's no way. I need this fucking working now.
Yeah.
But I guess it kind of goes far and few between. But I'd say it's a pretty garbage move to let it sit there because I've done it before where I have something sit there and I know I should have taken care of it.
I'll find ways to work around it, like this laptop,
that's
for
what
instance.
I mean. You procrastinate.
No, I mean like I'll find ways to like still get use out of it. I still believe like it's still got some life left in
That's
it.
the garbage mentality.
And it is. It totally is. No, I'm not denying that.
Yeah, no, I've been guilty of that too. There's been a couple things where I'm just like, yeah, I probably should have gotten rid of that, and it fucking was just way too long.
Growing up, experiencing trash tendencies, that it creates the value of money. You know, like so, like something like I like that. Like I don't want to quit on something and just toss it away because I know the value in this machine.
Yeah. Okay, I think I got like one or two more here.
Okay.
Have you seen or have you used a Bluetooth speaker to play music in public, not hanging out? So like this is just you walking around, being in public, you're just walking around, you just have a Bluetooth speaker just fucking playing for no reason.
You wouldn't catch me dead public with a fucking Bluetooth speaker playing.
And I have seen those fucks.
You would not find my corpse on the street.
Let's talk about these fucking assholes for a second, all right?
Really, though. Dude, if you're trying to get laid,
don't do that.
There's much better ways you could be going about that.
What is the appeal with that, though? And it's usually, like, fucking douchebags with backpacks with giant-ass speakers in them, and they just
feel so confident about themselves that they think confidently that
everybody's gonna like their
everyone's
music.
gonna like to hear what they like to hear. You know.
Now, granted, I have heard it a few times where somebody's doing that and they actually have a good song playing. Sure. And I'm like, okay, all right, yeah. But it's just everything after that. It's like, dude, either put some fucking wireless headphones in or just like turn it the fuck off. There's this. I mean, it's not gonna give too many details away, but there's a neighbor that lives by my girlfriend's mom's house. And this guy has a girlfriend that comes, at least in the summer, she would come in there and like she would be there like in the afternoon, and then she would walk. I don't know where she would walk to, but she's literally one of these people who have a fucking speaker on her fucking backpack, and you can hear just metal music just like in the fucking distance while she's walking away. And I'm just like, you want everybody to know that you're screaming on the inside? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and I know there's certain instances where somebody's just doing it, like, I don't know, maybe out of safety. They want to be able to hear their surroundings better, or you know, but yeah, that's still trash, man. That's still like, you couldn't just get some earbuds.
Right. Here's one. Have you ever let your pubic hair, or I'm going to also say / your beard on fire?
Stash on fire. I don't know if that counts, but I'm gonna say it counts.
I've got my eyebrows.
I think I got my eyebrows scorched once too.
The way I got my eyebrows scorched was I was at old apartment with my girlfriend, and I'm hitting a bowl, and I've hit a bowl so many fucking times, would never expect this. Literally lighting it, and the way I had the fucking lighter, the heat was going to my head and started scorching some of my fucking eyebrow hairs. I go and look in the mirror, and I'm like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's happened to me.
Oh my god, what the hell? Now, I don't understand why the fuck you would light your pubic hair on fire, but...
Unless you're Steve-O.
I mean,
I don't see why
or you're the
that.
Legion of Skanks, and you had the roll the pubic hair joint, where it was all the Legion of Skanks pubes in one joint. I'm guilty of this, and you know what? I don't give a fuck. It's free money. Have you ever donated plasma for money? Yes, I fucking have, and I do it on a weekly basis. It's literally free money, literally, and I mean. Say whatever the fuck you want. They make more money with them taking the plasma or whatever the fuck. As a guy who's over 250, that is $50 free in my pocket every time I go. I don't see a problem with it. You can call me trash all you want. That is free $50 in my pocket. That one I stand by.
Yeah, I don't knock you. I mean, I would do it if I didn't have such a fear of needles, so.
I kind of got over that. I don't know, like,
it's not to the, like, a phobic degree,
no,
like when I was a
like
child. I just don't like, if I don't have to, then I won't. Like, just out of risk of what could happen. Because I've known people who've gone and donated, and they come back and they complain about how the whole injection went and shit. But you have never had any real complaints like that, so.
No.
I see why you still do it.
No, I mean, I was exposed to needles as a kid because I had to get injections a lot for my allergies, so I had to go every week. So I kind of just had to get really used to just getting shots all the fucking time because, like, at first when it started to happen, I hated fucking needles, just like every fucking kid.
Yeah.
Just had to get over it because I was like, I have to go every fucking week, so I gotta literally just suck this shit up and just get the shot, take it over with, get it over with. Mm-hmm. So it kind of forced me to just not give a fuck about needles. All right, this is the last one. Have you ever gone to a radio station ticket giveaway before?
Ever gone?
Ever gone or ever participated in one? Ever tried to win tickets on there?
Did I try for tickets? I don't think I ever tried for... No, I didn't try for tickets.
Or for a prize of any kind, or, I'm sure it falls along those lines, too.
I tried calling for something recently. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember it being like a reward situation. Like, I want to say it was like... I don't know. Yeah, I'll just say yeah. Fuck it. I'll just say yeah.
I know I didn't, but I know my dad did. He won tickets from... I can't remember what radio station it was, but he surprised me with tickets from I want to say it was WWE SmackDown, and I'm pretty sure he won them from a radio show.
Oh, no shit.
Like a radio contest or whatever the fuck, I'm pretty sure. Because I remember I was wanting to win it because there was some radio contest and it was like, listen at these hours and be caller 10, you can win tickets to blah blah blah, and I tried so hard and failed, but I'm pretty sure he went and did it and won and like surprised me with the tickets. But still kind of trash dad, but I really loved the fucking wrestling show.
So that wouldn't even count as well, I guess it is kind of a knock against you, but...
I mean, it is, because I accepted the
because you took the ticket,
gift. Yeah. I was also fucking, like, 13, so, what was I going to do? I was like, say no. It was a birthday gift. I wasn't going to say no.
Yeah.
I didn't know he won it from the radio station until afterwards, so.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Is that really the last one?
Yeah, I mean, there is another one, but it's kind of dumb because I've never even fucking done it, but do you rent DVDs from your local library? I've never fucking done that before.
I have done that before.
Little garbaggio, my friend. I don't view that as a little garbage. I mean, like, it's there. Might as well. Like, it's info that you can go and get for fucking free, literally.
Yeah,
All you have to do is pay for a library, or not even pay for a library card, just have a library card. Yeah.
No, I was, it's just...
It's if you go get porn from the library. That's trashy.
I only did... maybe this will excuse a little... It's still trash, but I'll say this, though. It was literally right across the street from where I lived. Like,
no, that's
all
fine.
I had to do was just walk across the street, and I
right
could just
there.
rent some flicks for the night. Yeah. So.
That's not too bad. Like I said, you go get
Now,
porn from the library, you're fucking trash.
You have to go out of your way to the library and get some porn.
You have to go to the front desk and be like, excuse me, where's your porn section? The XXX, the gangbangs, you know what I mean? Like, and he just keeps going on.
You're Dirty Sanchez.
She's just the Cleveland Steamers, like all this stuff. She just like
your Fruit Boys
in the back, to the right, in the back corner. Thank you.
Thank you. Is that the last one?
That is the last one.
Okay,
yes.
So I'm still gonna count that one as a trash. I'm still gonna count that one because really, I could have fucking gone anywhere. So yeah, so I'll do that so that way we round up again together. It's a tie, man.
Nice.
I've been keeping a tally, and
we're equally garbage.
We're equally garbage and equally classy.
Well, there you go.
We have 12 points trash, 4 points class.
Right, yeah. So you're saying there's a chance. All right, I like it. We're not completely garbage. I like it. We're slight.
We're 2/3 trash, but we're a third class.
There you go. Still trash, but not so trashy. It's dignified trash. That's what it is. God damn.
Oh, that was fun. Well, now it's time for yesterday's of And this is the part of the show where we go down the most memorable things that have happened on today. And today is January 3rd, 2021. God, that does sound nice to say.
All
2021.
Because it's hindsight's not 2020 anymore.
Got me.
Sorry, it's bad. It's a bad joke. Sorry.
And the most memorable things that have happened on January 3rd are 1496. References in Leonardo da Vinci's notebooks suggested that he tested his flying machine. The test didn't succeed, and he didn't try to fly again for several years.
Because he broke the shit out of his body.
I was going to say he snapped his leg in two.
Because he jumped off a really high cliff and was like, I can fly! Nope.
I miscalculated.
And that's why everybody thought he was nuts. I mean, to be fair, Da Vinci was a little nuts back in the day. Considering for the time,
yeah,
he was a very misunderstood man, which could have been considered as nuts. You all laughed at me. Now who's laughing now?
1777, the Battle of Princeton took place in the War of Independence, in which George Washington defeated the British forces led by Cornwallis. 1888, the drinking straw was patented by Marvin C. Stone.
So that's the rich motherfucker who still got drinking straws up the fucking wazoo, and literally any place that fucking has a drinking straw, he gets a piece of fucking royalty money.
Yeah, well,
the family does anyways.
I was going to say 1888. I don't know if it's him personally, but yes. Every time you take a sip, he gets a tip.
Yeah. That was their logo.
1924. English explorer Howard Carter discovered the sarcophagus of Tutankhamun in the Valley of the Kings near Luxor, Egypt.
Which then they proceeded to find out was the rarest piece of beef jerky you could ever find. Teriyaki flavor, if I'm not mistaken.
Delicious.
Yes.
1947, in Trenton, New Jersey, Al Heron passed away at age 92. He had claimed that he had not slept at all during his life.
I call bullshit.
Sorry, sir. If that was true, you would have died well before 92.
I was going to say, you would have been hallucinating out of the ass your whole life.
Yeah.
Hey, do you see that little floating wizard behind you who's shooting out fucking fireballs out of his penis hole? Yeah, I don't see him either.
Yeah, your brain would have been eating itself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I call bullshit.
Bullshit.
Unless he's a robot. Was he a robot? He could have been a robot.
That went offline at 92. 1953, Francis and Oliver Bolton became the first mother-son combination to serve at the same time in the U.S. Congress.
Okay, that's not at all where I thought that was going to go, but okay, that's a lot better than what I thought it was.
1957, the Hamilton Watch Company introduced the first electric watch. 1957.
That was the first electric watch? Jesus. That's kind of crazy.
Or I guess it could still be electric and not digital, so maybe they mean like
it actually
used like battery. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
1959. In the U.S., Alaska became the 49th state.
An Alaska-U.S. territory fight.
Right.
for their fight for independence against the U.S. They threw snowballs at the incoming U.S. soldiers with spears and whale blubber. Actually, seal blubber, my bad.
Oh, man. 1961, the U.S. severed diplomatic relations with Cuba.
That didn't last long, though.
No. 1962, Pope John the 23rd excommunicated Cuban Prime Minister Fidel Castro.
Yeah, because fuck that guy.
1964, the Beatles made their first appearance on U.S. television in a film clip shown on the Jack Parr Show. It was a performance of the song "She Loves You."
Wow, that's crazy. They had been doing a lot of. They had been touring in Britain for a good 5 years before that. Something like that.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. Wow, crazy. Took them that long. Back when it actually took you a long fucking time to actually get known.
Yeah.
When you actually had to work for your shit.
Yeah. When you had to really work for
Literally
that
had to
for
do
that
blood, sweat,
exposure.
and tears
yeah,
for all your fucking fame.
yeah, you had to tear your way through.
Instead of like having a fucking platform to just like get millions of views off of one stupid song.
Yeah.
It's Friday. Sorry.
1967, Jack Ruby died in Dallas, Texas hospital.
That was the guy who
Assassinated JFK.
Crazy. Wasn't he a part of the mob?
Yeah, I think he had some mob ties. Yeah. He ran a club.
Oh, which makes sense why the fuck they wanted him dead. Crazy.
Yeah, he was a nightclub owner, so yeah.
Conspiracy, I say
Kind
not.
of connects. Also in 1967, Carl Wilson from the Beach Boys refused to be sworn in after receiving a U.S. Army draft notice. He said he was a conscientious objector.
Which pretty much means fuck the war. That's all it means. Is, go fuck yourselves. Because I'm not going over to Vietnam.
Yeah, he's like, I actually like my life.
I give a shit and don't want to die for no reason.
Yeah.
And do cocaine and do a bunch of massive drug deals while I'm in a fucking foreign country. That literally has nothing to do with about their government. It literally has to do with everything about how we can gain from selling drugs within their country.
Yeah, precisely.
Literally.
And fuck their prostitutes.
And their prostitutes.
1970.
Which gave them herpes.
1970.
And HIV.
I Me Mine was recorded by the Beatles. It was the last song that the band would record together.
Damn. That was before John Lennon and all them split up, right?
Yep. It's the last song all of them recorded together.
Yeah.
1970. 1973.
Lennon died in 73, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Something
like that, yeah. 1973. The Columbia Broadcasting System, CBS, sold the New York Yankees to a 12-man syndicate headed by George Steinbrenner for $10 million.
Which is now called the Yes Station.
Really?
Yes. Literally. It's called the Yes Station. Yankees Entertainment Station.
Okay. 1980. Conversationist Joy Adamson, author of Born Free, was killed in northern Kenya by a servant.
That fucking bitch. What did you give you the fucking right to kill me?
You were my favorite servant.
Damn it. You're gonna live in the house. You're gonna move from the basement to the upper floor.
I feed you. I clothe you.
I called you less names than the other ones. And this is how you treat me.
We're gonna have something special, bitch. It's supposed to be you and me.
Against them.
I was gonna share all this with you.
Now look at you.
Could have been yours. 1983, Tony Dorsett, Dallas Cowboys, made the longest run from scrimmage in NFL history.
It was 99?
Dorsett ran 99 yards in a game against the Minnesota Vikings.
It was literally at the 1 yard line. He busted it for a touchdown. It's a pretty incredible play if you ever get the chance to look it up.
1984, a woman died at Disneyland after falling from a ride. She had apparently unfastened her seatbelt while on the Matterhorn bobsled.
That's why they always say, keep your shit fucking fastened, you assholes. But I will admit, the fucking park rides, some of that shit does not look safe. Like, at all, especially when you get into it. It's like, I don't really feel safe in this, but I'm going to go with it because I'm already in it.
Yeah, the Matterhorn is not that extreme of a ride, so I could see why she felt like she probably could have unfastened it real quick. Or maybe she unfastened it to make it more thrilling of a ride. I don't know. Anyway.
I wouldn't trust that shit. Fuck that.
1988, Margaret Thatcher became the longest-serving British Prime Minister in the 20th century. 1995, WHO reported that the cumulative total of officially reported cases of AIDS had risen to 1,025,073.
And did they shut down the fucking country when that happened? No! They just kept going after that, didn't they?
It was culminated from the total amount of 192 countries.
No. Well, even then, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't.
And it was as at the end of 1994, so it was a whole year span.
Oh, did they actually shut down anything?
I don't think so.
Exactly. Like, yeah, you look at the world's death numbers now with Corona. It is not. It's literally
nowhere close.
A third of that.
Yeah. Well,
actually, not even. It's less than that.
Well, these were just cases of AIDS, not so much deaths.
It wasn't deaths. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also in 1995, the U.S. Postal Service raised the price of the first-class stamp to 32 cents.
Fucking assholes.
Shiesty fucks. 1996, Madonna testified in an L.A. court against Robert Dewey Hoskins. He had been accused of stalking and threatening to kill her.
Sounds like any other crazed fan.
I know, Madonna, suck it up.
I know, right? You literally have a song about you wanting to fuck. So, I mean, you know, like, what do you expect?
She put it all out there.
Literally, yeah.
1997, Bryant Gumbel signed off for the last time as host of NBC's Today Show. 1998, Swedish police arrested a total of 314 people following a neo-Nazi concert near Stockholm. Crowd members allegedly gave Hitler salutes, classified as a hate crime under Swedish law, during a performance by U.S. group Max Resist. That sounds like
a
hell of a time.
Lovely band. Yes, I want to go join them and be like, "Hey, don't you love the white race too?" It ain't easy being white.
Ain't white grand. 1999. Israeli authorities detained and later expelled 14 members of concerned Christians. Israeli officials claimed that the Denver, Colorado-based cult was plotting violence in Jerusalem to bring about the second coming of Christ.
Second coming of Christ or the second coming of Lucifer? Like, what? Which one are we talking about here? Because I don't think that would be the fucking way of Christ. To take over another country just to resurrect fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty helly to me.
Yeah, I think they were getting ahead of themselves because they said that they thought that they were plotting violence. They didn't even commit any violence.
They just assumed.
Yeah. 2000. Charles Schulz's final original daily comic strip appeared in newspapers. He created the Peanuts.
Oh.
Yeah. So his final original entry was in the newspapers today.
Before he got taken over by somebody else.
His son, I believe.
Oh, okay. He still does it? Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I think they still do it.
It's a family business.
Yeah, the Schultz are taking care of those characters for sure. You know, a cool thing about Charles Schultz that not a lot of people know is Franklin is the black character in Peanuts.
Yeah.
And you know, people would normally like trip over the fact that there's just one token black friend.
It seems to be that way.
It's hardly any, but the thing is with Peanuts though, Franklin was something that Charles Schultz wanted himself, and he just put it in one day.
Why not?
And the publishers though were against it, and he had to fight constantly to just get Franklin in.
Well, yeah.
So
wasn't the Peanuts originally like the 1960s cartoon?
It started as the comic strip in the newspaper.
Yeah.
But yeah,
yeah,
he had to constantly fight every time that he put Franklin in, and then finally he started getting some letters from little black boys and girls saying that they really appreciated seeing themselves and shit like that.
Yeah, because it gave somebody else it gave them like a representation of like, oh, nice, we're not left out of just even something minor as like a comic strip. They're like, oh, yeah, we're included too.
Yeah, just a little thing, because I know it gets a little. People get it misconstrued and think, oh, he was just a token black friend, but they don't realize just
the
like
guy who made Peanuts was racist
because Charles Schultz had to fight hard just to get that one black character in there.
And even when the fucking cartoon little short movies came out, that was still like the 70s and shit like that. And shit was still not the best even then for fucking, African American black, black people, whatever the fuck they want to be called.
Yeah.
But like it still wasn't good for them.
No.
That was the whole point. That was the whole point of having him in there. The fact that he was allowed to have that character in there was a huge fucking step in the right direction.
Yeah, it was a testament. It was definitely a triumph.
Except for now when you see South Park doing it, literally their black character is called Token.
Yeah. 2001, the ATF, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms,
go fuck themselves,
charged the Texas 7 with weapons violations. An autopsy showed that Officer Aubrey Hawkins, killed by the convicts, had been shot 11 times and run over with a vehicle.
Okay, fair enough.
2004, NASA's Spirit rover landed on Mars. The craft was able to send back black and white images 3 hours after landing.
and then got destroyed by a Decepticon. We all know how the story ends.
And finally, in 2019, the Chinese probe Chang'e 4 became the first human-made object to land on the far side of the moon.
Which was then still destroyed by Decepticons. They are coming.
And that was the most eventful things that happened in yesterday's of yesteryears.
You may also want to get John Travolta too, and Vin Diesel. I don't know what you need John Travolta for, but he might be perfect just for like some backup motivational speaking.
And Morgan Freeman to narrate the whole thing.
Because every time Morgan Freeman explains something, he gets a freckle.
And when Morgan Freeman gets a freckle, an angel gets its wings.
Exactly.
That concludes this entry, and I hope we all had a good time. We had some games, we had some laughs. So if you ever have some crazy idea that you yourself don't feel like taking the time to explore,
and you want us to explore it,
go ahead and direct that to wontrememberathingpodcast@gmail.com. That is wontrememberathingpodcast@gmail.com. Don't you dare put an apostrophe in won't, or it won't pull up.
You won't find us. And hopefully you guys enjoy, because I think it's going at the end of this episode, will it not? Hopefully.
What? Oh, yeah, that's the plan, right?
That is the plan.
So
we'll have to get another time.
I almost forgot. Yeah. So also, yeah. So wait. We don't even have to do the sign out. So we could just leave it at this. We could just keep talking about nothing.
Yes.
And that way it'll even, just be more out of an event. It could just be happening just out of nowhere.
Awkward.
Just, yeah.
I'm really speaking into the microphone.
Yeah.
Speaking right into your ear.
Little sweet nothings directly into the mic.
It's like NPR.
Yes. Yes. How's your day going? Oh, yeah. Thinking about getting a coffee. Maybe a bagel. Skip the cream cheese, though. Skip the cream cheese. It'll be gassy all day. You already had the coffee.
There's a dog trying to scratch his way out of the fucking owner's house because he can't take it anymore.
Are you listening to me while you're driving or while you're at work?
A soothing voice.
Or are you just smoking fatty?
You take that as you will.
Just going through this thing we call life.
Like a wagon wheel.
Time capsule today, that's what we told you.
Cause even yesterday is feeling like old news.
So some subjects will be a little late whenever we touch it. Like
cold food?
Yes, good looking out, bro.
No problem.
Opinions are like assholes.
We all got them. Leave a shit comment below.
Or if you prefer to be more formally written, contact us, links in the description.
This has been BJ.
And don't forget Gene.
Thanks for listening.
But you probably won't remember a thing.
Damn, that shit was a joke.